welcome to the Saga of Stonegate. I'm Mike the GM, and we are getting ready to have the next exciting episode. But first, we will go around the table and introduce you to our dramatis persona, and of course, the people playing them as well. We'll start over here with...
Hey, I'm Tim, and I'm playing Holt Argan, the Ghostwise Halfling Druid. And, well, as we saw last time, I can summon animals.
I'm Kylan, and I'm playing Avrael Arcath, and I just got a really cool new spell.
I'm Chuck, and I play Elias Blaze, the Satyr Bard, and I was just at the point where I could pick 2 extra spells from other people's spell lists, so I've got two new cool spells.
Fancy.
I'm Trevor, playing Jethro the Goliath Barbarian, and I can now lift just over a ton.
Hi, I'm Jody, and I play Satra, the artificer who likes to bake and help people but shoot guns at the same time.
I'm Larissa. I'm playing Arlen Cadmus, the Genasi sorcerer, and she's really excited. She now has the ability to get everybody wet.
And I wish you guys could see the setup. Yeah, I know, right? Where do we go from there? Yeah.
That's what happens when I go last.
That's all right. It was good. It was good.
This type of thing.
Yeah.
I wish everybody could see the setup we have in here, because we started out, I used to run D&D campaigns with basically very theater of the mind. I've gradually bought skinny minis. I think everybody is gradually getting figures from Hero Forge, plug for them. And we've now got a projector that projects our maps on the tabletop. It's a cute little BenQ CV30. There's a new version of it coming out, but so you can probably pick up the CV30 for much cheaper now. But it's really cool. And we've got this raised tabletop thing that I backed on Kickstarter. It's just so cool.
And if any of these people want to sponsor us.
Yeah, exactly. We are down for sponsorship. But yeah, it's got a really cool setup now. I'm much happier with it, that's for sure. You guys are taking a long rest in the, I guess, Alchemist lab, the Mind Flayer's lab. Anybody going to do anything while they're taking the long rest? It's pretty safe. You probably don't have to set any watches unless you're worried about maybe those guys plane shifting back in, but it's up to you.
I'll probably take a watch.
Okay.
Well, we also did just let Spikey walk out, so
Well, you know.
hopefully he doesn't come back.
Yeah.
Got all about that dude.
Yeah, that's true.
He's now in the Underdark or wherever.
Well, he didn't
Yeah.
attack us as soon as he was out.
That's true, he
into
just
mind
dipped out,
control,
so.
Yeah, he just
He could have been a nice guy. You
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, it probably wasn't terribly bright either. So.
Was there anything in here that I could use to cook with?
Well, there's a
I mean, I
lot of
have my
stuff.
cooking stuff.
Okay, there's a lot of stuff you could use to cook with. The problem is there's not a whole lot of food in here.
Well,
No,
she's
but I
got
have,
her
like there's
brain.
a stove. I have my brains and my bones and my
tentacles.
marrow.
You could do that, yeah,
Tentacles.
because there's all
I'm
kinds
actually
of
so excited for the
glassware
calamari
and
that they
heating
calamari.
elements, and some of it you may not be real familiar with because it's, you know, kind of Mind Flayer-ish, but you know, you're an alchemist. This is kind of your world, so you can definitely find stuff to cook with, and if you want to make potions, you can definitely do that. So yeah,
Okay, well,
I mean, this is
that's
like
what I'm gonna do.
this is like Christmas for you in here. You're looking at me, oh wow, that's how he does his distillations. That's so cool. Can I take this? Well, probably can't take it with me. It weighs 400 pounds, but you know, that kind of stuff.
So I'm gonna spend some of my time
We do
creating.
have a.
So are you gonna
Jethro's
cook
like,
up
no,
something?
not
Okay.
not carrying a gas-powered stove
yet.
on my back. That's a good thing getting blown up.
I have cookies and muffins for you guys, but I'm making this for somebody
I
else.
don't know if I want your cookies and muffins
okay,
anymore.
okay.
Why?
They might have a brain or tentacle in them.
I keep all of my stuff very
I
clean
have
and
mine
separate.
Okay.
I have been certified by the tavern to cook and serve
Oh,
food.
yeah?
I'm gonna need you to make a cleanliness roll, please.
Can I give her the health
I don't want
action?
to I don't want to. Shoot, I got a 14, and since I'm a chef, I'm gonna give myself like 3 more points.
No. It's because you have to use
17.
your cooking proficiency, so you get your proficiency bonus. So, and also since you're specialized now, you get double. I'm kidding. I don't
blind.
care.
Where's the cooking bonus? Where's my cooking bonus?
Well, you got a 33. So.
Whatever
Yeah.
stat you would use for cooking, it would be that plus your proficiency bonus. So,
I know, I'm
what is she
looking for
using for cooking? Dexterity
Probably,
or
probably intelligence, because that's what we've been doing.
Intelligence, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So your
Then it's a
intelligence plus your
15.
proficiency.
19.
Okay,
Okay.
but at this level, our proficiency bonus should be higher than what you have on your
No, it's
stat.
plus 3.
It should
Yes,
be
plus 3.
But you get to double it because you're specialized with
Oh,
your
that's
stuff,
right.
Right.
So I'm over 20.
So you passed it. Yeah, actually, her cookies and stuff look immaculate. You also notice that the little
They're
the little
fancy.
muffin molds that she carries in her backpack are very very clean. So yeah, you're thinking, okay, maybe you
And
should.
they're not like brain shaped.
I'm
No,
just feeling
no.
very
Even if they were, there's no
judged
brains left in them, so we're okay.
I fed you guys before.
Yeah.
Look at the things I get. You
Yeah,
accuse
there
me
you
of
go.
having
No thanks,
unhealthy
Michelle.
standards.
hope
I
it has
mean,
brains.
you
I
say
know.
we accuse you of it. I just watched you stuff a brain thing into
With
your
legs.
bag.
Brains are not dirty.
It was crawling around
It
on the
was crawling
ground.
around in the ground. I have seen no water for you to watch this thing.
I personally trained
Don't
her.
worry,
Did she
I'll
dress
be
that
clean.
intellect devourer like a
Wait,
chicken?
wait,
No,
you-
she like
You
removed the
personally
legs?
trained her at the tavern, is that what you said?
She said she got
For
certified
like washing brains? Is this a normal thing at the tavern?
for cleanly. Oh,
Not
yes,
really weird.
absolutely.
What?
Sweetbreads. Yeah.
Now the tentacles,
Eating brains.
I'm all for that part.
Yeah. Well,
The brains,
I mean, do you an intellect devourer? How do you dress into? Do you like break the legs off, or are those edible too? I'm just
Yeah, no,
curious.
the legs pop right off.
Okay, just like a chicken, right?
Yeah,
just-
Oh, got
yeah.
it. Okay.
Finely
Oh,
slice
an
it.
intellect
like a
devourer
bruschetta.
leg might be pretty good fried.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
like
thinking.
probably.
I mean, you don't have to
no,
pluck it.
there's
It's
no-
just kind of
There's
you
nothing
don't
on it
want
to
to
get the
skin it.
marrow out.
Oh, okay. Boil it
Just
down.
thinly slice
I'm
the
in now.
brain like a
sold.
bruschetta
So
or like a.
just noted now that she's
What's the
actually
thing?
dealt with
Tatami?
intellect devourers enough to have this knowledge.
Yes.
It's canon now.
Yeah.
That's right. There we
It's
go.
Like
There we go.
Tatami would be really
So let it be written. So let it be done. Anyway, all right. So you spend the next 8 hours or so
How
trading.
But this
Huh?
food is
How
not
tall
for
is
y'all,
it?
so you don't have to
About
worry.
20 feet tall. It's pretty. It's kind of vaulted.
While everybody's sleeping
Very
and I'm
sad
taking
about
my last little watch,
Mhm.
Save one.
I'm gonna use 10 minutes to summon a celestial elk.
Elk.
I'm riding on.
Ooh.
You should be able to get him out of the or her out of the doors because the passageway through the place here, I think it's 10 feet wide, 10 feet tall. It's pretty big. The 8 hours go by. You summon your elk. Everybody packs up camp and heads back out down the hallway. Okay, out into the stone amphitheater.
Mhm.
Remember, there were broken statues lying around and things like that. There is another passage leaving this stone amphitheater, was the thing. But
Did I have time to finish my cooking?
absolutely,
Okay,
absolutely,
just making
sure.
sure.
You got your brain soup and your
Yeah.
tentacle.
Flash fried, panko fried tentacles,
Calamari.
calamari. That's right. So,
So
what's the next step?
have we
There's
slept?
there's an exit. Well, there's an exit going. It looks like deeper into the earth.
We slept, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And there's an exit going, I guess, back the way you came. You don't see really any other ways out.
Are there any ogres?
They seem to have rabbited.
Yeah, they really gone.
Yeah. If you want, you can try and track them. I
I
mean,
want to look for other tracks.
you could
I
do
mean,
it
I
too.
just look for some tracks in general.
Okay.
See what maybe.
All right. Give me is it nature roll or survival roll? Survival. Yeah.
Can I use my proficiency in survival to help?
Absolutely. Positively.
Give me
Tenacity
a healing
selected.
potion.
Okay.
Water genocide.
I got a natural 20.
Is that the
It's
answer?
a
Okay.
2d4.
I don't know.
How's it?
Like
27.
iconic.
Cool. So
Alright.
you rolled a 27, yes?
I'll just
Natural 20 to go with it?
Just says
Okay.
as-
When you did that, you're looking around kind of outside the
Thanks for the advantage.
entrance to the place where all the burials were and all the undead were and the alchemist lab. And you're kind of looking around and you notice that there are definitely some very large footprints heading actually back up the way you guys came from.
Makes sense.
However, as you're walking over to the I guess the natural cavern that is, or natural tunnel that heads deeper still, you notice something very odd about the wall next to the tunnel. It almost looks like someone's carved maybe what they would call a bas relief, where it's carved into the wall like of some kind of statue or something like that. Looks like somebody has almost carved a bas relief of a mind flayer, but it's only on the corner of the actual tunnel.
Does this look like a new
Interesting.
addition versus the older architecture?
Anybody have anybody have engineering or stonework or something along those
Maybe it's
lines?
history or something.
Are artificers technically engineers or?
Probably. You want to make a check? I mean, you're not proficient with stoneworking tools, but I'll let you make an intelligence check.
I rolled a
At least
15,
'Cause you have a plus.
and then I have a plus.
3. Oh, well, +5 for your intelligence, right? So that's
Oh,
a
well,
dirty
that
20,
was-
right?
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a dirty
dirty
20?
20.
Okay. This looks very new. In fact, like maybe within the last day or so that this has been carved here. So yeah.
Interesting.
Trail is fresh.
You also see what looks like someone has recently gone down this tunnel to deeper into the Underdark.
Can I use a mold earth spell to carve a mustache on my player's face?
You mean on the carving there?
Yeah, the carving
Absolutely.
of my flare or whatever it is. face.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. So what's next, y'all? Heading out or are we heading deeper?
We're gonna go deeper because we got to finish our mission, right?
I reckon we gotta go
Is
deeper.
there any way we could try to track Olma? Like, what could we do to do that? Right? Like, do we have?
Nothing of hers is the problem. You would probably need something that was, near or dear to her. If you had a crystal ball or had a scrying spell, I think scry is a spell, and you know her well enough, you could probably try and locate her. So heading down deeper still, this cavern seems to be again slightly. Like it seems like it's been traversed a good bit. You can tell that the stone of the floor is worn a little bit smooth. So it seems like this might be an area where people. It's about 5 foot wide, so you're single file. Give me a marching order real quick, please, if you wouldn't mind.
I'm not gonna go in front.
I'll go behind Jethro.
I'll go then. I guess in the middle.
Who wants to bring up the rear?
I don't necessarily
bring up the
wanna
rear.
Bring up the rear because I'm squish.
A few hours goes by. You stop quickly, probably heat up or warm up some of your food, your trail rations, and
I can cook something.
Satra cooks
I'll cook a
and
stew. How's the stew sound to you guys?
yeah,
There will be
Satra
no
stew.
brains or anything else in it. It's just regular stuff.
Potatoes.
I'd like to roll for insight.
You may.
I got an 11.
So is he?
It's just the normal, a couple
I got nothing
potatoes,
for you,
some
buddy. I think
carrots.
you think she's saying the
beef.
truth. Yeah, no brain
Seems
stew.
like there's no brain in this one.
Yeah,
This
maybe.
time.
Yeah, that's right. So you have, you what?
I was just like,
It does have tentacles though.
no.
It's seafood stew. There you
It's a gumbo, guys.
Gumbo. Oh, it's gumbo. That's right. You didn't know this, but gnomes are Cajun. Spend probably an hour eating, kind of resting up. No reason to really push yourselves hard, and then back on the trail again. You are able to continue to follow this trail. It is stone, so it's a little hard to follow whoever you're following there. But you can tell that every once in a while you actually see what seems like maybe a kind of a weird purplish blood that is along the walls. So whatever you're following seems to be bleeding.
You mean like recently bleeding, or has bled and it's been a couple days?
No. This is whatever you guys are following seems to be bleeding. It seems reasonably recent. Whatever you're following is bleeding. So further deep down, again, you get to one point where there's a largish kind of cavern with shelves where you have to kind of hop down from shelf to shelf, working your way down. Terraces, excuse me. From terrace to terrace to work your way down.
I may leave my elk behind then.
Okay. Well, yeah, elk can do- make it fun.
Oh, can you think of
Oh,
it?
yeah,
Okay.
They're good at leaping.
you just can't
So-
get back up.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So you're coming down, and you get to a point where at the very, very bottom, there is a hole that goes into the ground. Looks like you're going to have to tie off a rope or something. You do, however, find what looks like a bloody patch right next to this hole. So whatever you're following seems to have gone down the hole.
Is it like red blood or black blood?
It's
blue
kind of
blood?
purplish.
Purplish.
Yeah,
Can
oddly
we
purplish.
do like a check to see if we've ever fought something with purple blood?
Nature check if anyone wants to check and see if it's
I can check.
something that you fought before. Anybody with nature is welcome to check.
Oh,
Oh,
nature
okay, I thought you
is
said Arcana.
I have nature.
Mhm.
However, I got a 9.
It doesn't look familiar to you.
Yeah, I only got an 11.
I mean, maybe not. You're just not
Oh.
sure. Yeah.
I haven't been up in close and personal with a lot of things.
Yeah, with purple blood, right? You do, so you don't know. So, going down the hole then, tie off a rope. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we can do it that way.
Yes, it's
That
lights
sounds
down
good.
there.
There's stalagmites and stalactites you could tie off to. Wouldn't be a problem. Tie off the rope. The only problem is you're not gonna be able to get the rope back. But you may want to leave it there for if you need to
We need to get
leave.
out.
So yeah,
One might be hard for the
Yeah, I might leave the elk on this one.
yeah, possibly.
And he can keep watch because I can communicate up to a mile with him.
Oh, gotcha.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, you stay here and keep watch. My voice is done.
Oh, so you're choked up because you're leaving your
Yeah,
house. That's what
that's
it is.
Just
We
met.
want to just become lovers. What?
What?
So you hop onto the rope, begin sliding down this hole. Hole's about 6 foot diameter. It goes down about 40 feet, and then you come out into what looks like a tunnel that's going to the left and to the right. It looks like the blood is going off to the left, and the footprints. All right.
Oh, might as well.
Left.
In for a penny, in for a
We're
pound.
still following this, so it
Yeah.
goes off to the left here, guys.
I'll just go ahead and say it was my rope we used.
Okay.
Didn't we all come with the same 50-foot of rope?
Probably. It's kind of standard. Everybody's got rope around their waist or over their shoulder.
I'm happy to share my rope,
And
but I'm
they're
pretty
tied to the
sure
bottom of their
it's not
backpack, the standard adventurer's pack. Right.
Yeah, too bad we don't have a wizard. They can just do a rope trick.
Oh, you're right.
I
Yeah.
probably don't approach that fancy clothes. And
Yeah.
completely.
Heading off to the left down the tunnel. This tunnel seems a little more natural, and maybe like there's less passage through here. Hours go by. All you hear are the drip of water, and it's very, very quiet. And towards the end of the day, or you think it's the end of the day, it feels like it because you're starting to get tired. You come upon a small open cavern. It's not a very big cavern. You can see that there's a few mushrooms right here and here, and it looks like a little pool of water. Line yourselves up if you wouldn't mind of where you're going to be. You can actually go too wide now. Over against this wall right here, you can see what looks like a body lying over there. There's actually a candle on the ground by it if you look at it.
What kind of does it look like? A
Is,
human
it,
type?
Big-
is that the candle or is that the candle?
the
Candles
imagine
here, the lights.
this.
The lights
Oh,
right there. That would
no,
be the
I did
candle.
not see it.
The fungus is a little bit glowy, so there you go. I can understand your concern. Actually, the body is dressed in a black cloak. You're kind of like, this person might look a little bit familiar.
Uh-oh. In that case, I'm going to run over and check on him.
Okay, you head over. As you run over, the figure kind of halfway sits up, and its cloak is kind of partial over its face. And you can see that there's two big tentacles out from underneath it.
You're not okay.
And he looks at you just, parlay. Or, well, the voice in your mind goes, parlay, parlay.
While it does that, there is a little flame in my hand.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, it looks a lot like Righty. Okay.
Oh,
Your best friend's here.
Yeah, it looks like the right hand of She Who Rises. Oh,
Probably
open that up so you can see a little better. Okay.
Maybe I smelled it through stone.
Well, and as you get closer, you can tell that actually one of the tentacles looks like it's made of stone, and in fact, half of his face and a good portion of his body seems like it's stone as well.
Oh yeah, he was
So-
half asleep when he planed and shit.
Yeah, when he plane shifted, you get the feeling he may have plane shifted himself into a wall, and you don't come back from that really. So yeah, he's half of his body, well, maybe a quarter of his body is now stone. He looks in pretty bad shape, and as you all get closer, he kind of leans back and does his hands like that, and the voice in your head says, "You've won. You've beaten me. I won't resist."
Where's Olma? And I draw my rapier.
He says, "Olma. Oh, Olma, you mean the girl that was captured by our minions?
Right.
Haven't seen her."
That's bad news for you.
Right. He says, "But before you kill me, because I know that's what you're going to do, are you sure you really want to be against my mistress? She could use strong people like you. I mean, you've bested me. You've bested my minions. Everything we've thrown at you, you've beaten. She needs strong people to work with her instead of against her. She is inevitable. She will destroy you, even if she has to do it by her own hands. Wouldn't it be better to be on the winning side?"
If we wanted to talk with your mistress, you would take us to her?
I am not one to live much longer. My time on this plane is short. But trust me, if she wants to find you, she will find you. She will know if you have chosen to join her.
But how can we know if we want to join her if we do not know what it is she is aiming to do?
She plans to bring freedom to all who serve her willingly, and to bend the knee of all those who refuse.
Yes, bend the knee is synonymous with freedom. I can totally hear the freedom and the sales pitch.
Well, as long as you join her of your own free will, you will be free. But those who do not join her and resist her, they will be bent.
Do you hear yourself talking? Because
She is inevitable.
Sounds like a choice.
Is it a choice?
It's not. That was the sarcasm.
Well, a choice to live or to die.
Well, I guess that is a choice.
You mean her death?
If you change your mind, all you need to do is call her name. Her name is Glorificus. Glorificus.
Alright, so you said that just then. Now she's.
Just offer her your service, calling upon her name, and she will find you.
How'd that work out for you?
I was obviously too weak to serve her. But you are all strong. She could use you. Strong people are needed.
Are we sure this is him talking and not maybe somebody talking through him?
I mean, he's
It's a voice in your mind. It could be anything. I mean, that's how mind flayers do it. They kind of do the whole,
Even if it
telepathetic.
is him talking, it's not him talking because he's like, completely brainwashed.
Do you have any loot nearby?
You have found my lair. I assume you have recovered most of my treasures, if not all of them.
Shrike!
Okay.
And I just stab him through the
Dang
forehead.
it.
You stab him, and as he starts to stagger back, he says, I assume you are not joining her. Good, then I've accomplished my mission and made you wait. And about that time, behind him, the wall explodes outwards. Okay.
Nice. This sword's really cool. Makes walls explode. See what I just did?
It's better than his sword.
But the creatures that bust through the wall, and actually the rocks come flying out. They don't come flying out hard enough to actually hurt you. But what I need everybody to do is you need to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, that's not the one I thought you was gonna say.
Sadly not.
What do I see?
And this is kind of a surprise round, so you really don't get to do anything about it, unfortunately.
I
Or
cannot be
fortunately.
surprised.
Where's the
You
same
cannot be
place on
surprised?
it?
I cannot be surprised.
Well, then you still have
Unless
to
I'm incapacitated.
No, you're not incapacitated at all.
16.
Okay, you made it. Very
I
good.
also got a 16.
Oh, you're good.
15.
15, you're good.
Ooh, I got a 20.
Ooh, you're good.
Not
18.
natural.
18,
12.
you're the only one who didn't make it.
You're dead.
You are.
Because you were busy stabbing him.
Yeah, well, you were the closest. That makes sense. You are confused. Roll a d8. I'll let you roll.
What
Alright.
happened?
He is confused by the power of his weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I got a
I
5.
would have been confused by that too.
Yeah, he's
He's like,
confused. He's
I
like, did I
stabbed
do
him
that?
and got hit from the back.
You take no action,
Only
but
goes
use
into the back
all
of
of
my
your
head.
movement to move in a random direction. So this should be fun. All right. Let's see. Roll a d8 and I'll figure out where you're going to go. You can move 30, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to go. You run this way. Into this little corner.
Maybe it'll work over here too.
Yeah, I can stab this wall.
You stab it,
Now-
rapier breaks.
That being said, the feeling that causes you to almost be confused comes from the creature's eyes. So you can avert your eyes from them if you so desire. But of course, that comes with a difficulty in hitting it. So there you go. Let's do initiatives real quick. Alrighty, that brings us to top of the round. Anybody above 20?
23.
Okay, 23, go ahead.
I am going to use one of my spells.
Woo!
I am going to place a fireball.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yes.
Nice.
I'm glad nobody's close. That's a good way to do it.
So
Jethro's like,
some pyrotechnics.
I'm scared.
Yep, so dex save of 15.
Okay. First one made it. Second, whoops, that's tilted. A second one did not make it. So the first one got it. How much damage?
8d6.
All right, give me that 8d6 then, sir.
I'm just going to roll it here.
No.
That's a lot of dice.
31, so one of them takes 31, the other one takes 10.
Okay, so let's say the second one is the one who failed to save. Alrighty, that was in 23, yes?
Yes.
22. 21. The first Umberhold goes. Oh, I forgot to ask you, were you going to avert your eyes?
I mean, I was going to look where I was going and then...
Right, so you're just not going to look into their eyes. Okay, that's
No,
cool.
no.
Alright, so the other Umberhold, let's see, you attacked him? Threw a fire at him? Where are you at?
I'm back in the back.
Right there.
Always back in the back.
Smart. Position high.
Who's okay, we got Jethro up there, and who's beside Jethro?
It's
That's
me.
you?
I decided to go check on the
I
guy.
still think he's gonna move one of the Umber Hulk on the right up so it's at
Which right?
this right.
This
Yeah,
right.
you got it. Move it up so it's attacking Chuck. Yeah.
Make an attack of opportunity. How big is this guy?
Yeah, you probably do actually.
Nah, he might attack me if I do that.
Well,
All right,
this is true.
I just let him go by.
Okay.
Attack with-
Alright, so he moves closer to you and he's going to attack you. What's your AC, Elias?
13.
13. Alright. He's going to make 3 attacks, 2 with claws and 1 with mandibles. Ooh, okay. Hit you with the first one. Misses with the second claw and now the mandibles. Misses again. Wow. What's your AC?
13.
Wow. Because they get a +8 to hit. So
He's
yeah.
frazzled by your fire.
Wow.
Yeah.
You razzle dazzled.
I
You
did.
blinded him with the fire.
Right, it's still smoldering is what it is. Alright, you take 10?
Ooh. He only hit you with one of the 30?
Yeah.
And you took 10?
10. Smack! Nice. 2 of them. So there we go. Let's see. 21. That was what that was. 20? 20. You go ahead.
Go blue.
Go ahead and
Fire.
rage.
That's the noise you make.
And I'm going to reckless attack.
Ooh, that sounds good.
So this is where I have to make the choice whether to avert my gaze or.
I'm going to say that since you're behind him, you don't have to worry about it.
That was a
Pretty
crit.
An
Oh, nice. Roll your, give me your brain, sir.
That's 13. No, sorry, 15 total. Include the rage damage. 23 hits.
Oh, yeah.
So that's another 12 damage.
All right, you've done a good bit of damage. All right, so Jethro wades up to the back of the Umber Hulk and lets fly with 2 big old sword swings. And the Umber Hulk lets out a screech of pain and begins to spin around towards where you can see Jethro. But you've already hit him, so you can avert your eyes very easily now. That was 20. Oh, the other one goes in 20 as well. It's going to
Man, these guys are fast.
charge forward, and I think it's going to attack you, Holt, because you're between Jethro and it.
Does make sense.
Yeah. All right, 3 attacks. What's your AC, sir?
It's 15.
Okay. That'll hit. That will not. Wow. That will not. Boy, I'm rolling well today. You guys
You
are,
swap your
you guys
dice.
are lucky.
You take
I tell you
Larissa's
what.
dice from last game.
No.
Take
I'm
6.
getting the deal. Nice.
I rolled the minimum damage too, so there you go.
Wait, that's the minimum?
Yeah, 6 is the minimum damage.
Oh,
All right, and that's my you're kind of facing him. Are you planning to avert your gaze or not?
For the time being, I will look away.
Okay. That brings us to 19s, 18s, 17s. Yes.
All right.
Arlen.
I'm going to
Got me
move
out of
back about like 2 cubes behind Satra.
Yeah, well, it's the edge of the map, so no deal.
Oh,
You
okay,
fall off
yeah.
the edge of the map,
Oh.
so you get eaten by the monsters and
Oh,
stuff.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. I'm
Yeah.
still in sight range.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost. Okay, so that's a 21.
That'll hit for sure.
And I get to increase the damage on this because of my draconic ancestry.
Mm.
So 9 total.
Okay, cool. All right, that was in 17, 16, 15, 15. Yes.
My bad.
You need to make another confusion save.
Oh, another one?
Yep. See if you can shrug it off.
Ooh, I think I rolled the same thing. Yeah, so it's going to be another 12.
All right, roll me a d8 then.
I got an
Take
8.
it.
Okay.
I don't think
All right.
I really
You got an 8. All right. Well, when you roll an 8, that means you make 1 melee attack against a random creature, or it does nothing if no creatures in reach. So you're doing nothing. You're still stabbing the wall.
Ah, blow up!
But I know this works.
He's
It
not
worked
even
last
looking,
time.
so he's done forgot about the
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know there's one there.
That was in 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
7.
7. Go ahead.
Okay. I am going to look at this guy right in front of me. Anything happens to me?
You have to roll a save versus confusion. It's charisma, remember?
In order to do the spell I want to do, I have to be able to see the thing.
Oh,
so,
right.
all right. So I'm going to use my
Like
inspiration.
it was in-
Yeah.
You're the inspiration.
Very good.
16.
That'll work. Yes, 15's all you need, and it is charisma, so you get any bonuses for your charisma. So, what are you doing then?
I want to cast using my wand of serpent biting.
Oh yes,
Mm.
Okay.
Hold monster. on this monster.
I forgot about that. It takes like 5 charges.
It
That'll
does.
work.
It does take
Uh,
5 charges.
Tell me what the DC for it to try and save against it is.
For this, it is 17.
Yes.
Wisdom.
Wow.
All right, here we go. He's going to try and make his save. That's a 13. Let's see. His wisdom is a +0. He does not make it. He freezes in place. The Umber Hulk locks up with his terrifying gaze still upon you, so you may want to look away from that in a minute.
Yeah, now that I've done it, as soon as I do that, I look away from him.
Yeah.
Then, since he's paralyzed,
Mhm.
I'm going to try to get away from him. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
he can. All right, you move away. Very good. Probably move behind him a little bit. Okay. That brings us to, I believe, just Sark's
5.
last one. 5, yeah.
Yes.
What are
I
you
am
doing?
going to shoot him with my revolver.
Yeah, your new revolver.
Let's see, that's a 17
Oh, okay.
plus.
Your dex, I believe. Bonus, which is.
Hang on. 17 plus 5 is a 22.
Okay, you hit. Well, your damage, I believe, is a D10, isn't it?
2d8.
2d8. Okay.
And it's piercing.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a 12,
Plus.
3.
Okay. So 15. Which one are you shooting, by the way? I guess one
I'm
closest.
shooting him.
Okay. I need you to make a saving throw also.
Okay. What kind of saving throw?
Charisma.
Do I get any bonuses to it?
Well, your charisma bonus.
10, 11.
Oh. No, you failed. So you will be confused next round. So there you
Okay.
go. That brings us back up to the top with 23.
Okay, so I'm looking at his back now.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to bonus action spiritual weapon. Spiritual weapon in the shape of a guitar, so it kind of looks like an axe.
Okay.
An axe, like yeah, it plays and
El
so
Kabong.
it,
You guys probably too.
it
Oh, did you
attacks.
remember? Oh, yeah.
Attack 19 hit.
Oh, yes.
10 points of damage.
Okay.
Force damage.
That's on this one that's close to you.
Yes.
And now, was that your action to attack with it, or what?
No, so that's the bonus action. So
Right.
actually, I'm
So now you have your normal action then.
yeah, and so I'm gonna. I guess I could do a cantrip. So I'm gonna say your eyes are weird
Yeah.
and vicious mockery. on him.
Okay.
Maybe that'll make him
15.
close his eyes, so then we won't get confused
Yeah.
anymore.
Ooh.
He might get self-conscious.
That's right.
Yeah.
What's the save?
15 wisdom.
Okay. They're not terribly wise, but he did get a 16, so it's still saved. Sorry.
I'm done.
Alrighty, so that was 23, 21.
That one's turn.
Right, I was making sure there wasn't anybody else in there. Alright, so he is going to turn and attack Jethro. And
He has advantage.
He has advantage. Oh, that's right. Okay. Wow. Missed. Wait, what's your AC?
18.
He missed. Alright, second attack on you. That's going to hit. And third attack on you. That's going to hit. Alright, so the first claw does 7.
Okay.
But you take half, I believe, right?
Yep.
And then for the mandibles,
Do we want to round up or round down?
round up.
Okay.
And I'll round down on this one. 10 and 15. All right, 15. And round down on this one. So there you go. So nice and even.
There you go.
Yeah. And that's the Umber Hulk's attack. On your round, you'll have to decide if you want to look at him or whatever. Make your save. 20.
Yeah, I would just want to look at him. So.
Okay. Does that give you
Disadvantage, right?
Yeah, to hit. Right, yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna, first attack.
So,
So that gives me advantage.
so you're just back to normal. Very good, very good. All right.
That's another crit.
Nice.
That is 16 magical slashing damage.
Okay.
And the second attack will miss.
You avert your eyes and, closing your eyes like this, you swing, trying to make sure you don't look into his eyes. And your first attack, of course, misses. And the second attack, you piercing through his chitinous chest, and he lets out a warbling burble and falls to the ground dead. So, yeah. Alrighty, so that was in 20. The other one has not gone yet. So he attacks.
He is paralyzed. However, at the end of his turn,
paralyzed.
he can roll the save again. To try.
Then he will try and save. What was the DC? 17?
Wisdom 17.
He did not make it. He is still paralyzed. That was in 20. He stands there and tries to break out and is unable to. 19, 18, 17. That would be you.
Magic missile.
Okay.
Inflict
11 points
Yeah, true.
of
That's melee.
force damage.
Okay.
Touch.
So that was 17, 16, 15.
15.
15.
Let's see if I can stop being on drugs.
Mhm.
That's a nat one.
D8.
He just stabs himself this time.
Yeah.
Let me see how long confusion.
He was so
won't
excited
last,
as he
actually.
ran,
Hold
he
on.
tripped and stabbed himself in the toe.
Probably a minute.
We'll slap you out of it.
I got a 3.
Okay. Yeah, you're still. You got a 3?
Yeah.
Oh.
Stabs himself in the kneecap.
Thank you.
The creature does nothing. Okay. You go. Why is it not working? It should make the wall explode.
Hey, Trevor.
That was 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. There we go.
While I've got him there, I might as well
Gigging, smacking on the
might
back
as
of the
well
head.
smack him with my little stick while he's gonna take a crit from it.
Yep.
It's the only opportunity for me to actually do any damage with it with the melee attack. Alright, so I walk up to him,
Uh-huh.
I swing my staff out, and he's paralyzed, so it's advantage.
Mm-hmm.
And I swing at him twice, and I miss.
Well, he's got the hard, shell, so you
But,
just can't find
yeah, the
it.
staff was just boom,
Yeah.
boom. I'm like, well, it's not working.
Yep, can't get him.
Somebody
Sorry.
else- somebody else.
He's invulnerable.
Somebody else get this guy. I appreciate it.
That brings us to Satra.
Yeah.
Walk up and smack him.
So it says it's a crit. Could I
Well,
I climb up him
And
and
do
shoot
what?
him?
no, don't shoot him, because if you shoot him from that close, you have disadvantage.
Oh.
You need to walk up to him and smack him with your mace.
I was thinking about my cleaver.
Or your cleaver.
You
Either
got,
one.
You
Well,
got
I
a
guess
shiny
the
mace.
mace
Yeah,
does
that's a
more
magic
damage.
mace.
Yeah.
Alright.
The mace is pretty scary.
Magical mace.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just hit him with my mace.
Mace him.
You got advantage.
Yeah, I did terrible.
You got
advantage.
advantage.
I went up 1.
Oh, really? What'd you get?
That's
I
about how my
got
advantage
an
went.
8.
You missed. You still haven't
An
found
8,
it.
wait,
Huh?
but it's a +5 to hit. Right?
13. Still not good. I'm sorry.
We're all just walking up, hitting this paralyzed dude. He's like, you don't get off me.
Yeah. I'm gonna get out of this in a minute. I'm gonna eat your faces. All right. So
We
that.
tell no one.
Oh, Jody. Oh, you were supposed to. You were confused. Sorry, you didn't get
Well, I
to
didn't
hit
see
him.
any
Oh,
of that, so.
Yeah.
That's what happened. I was
Yeah,
confused.
you were confused.
I didn't know it was
Actually, Jody, what you do is you stand there and do nothing. You would normally attack someone. Oh, you're back there?
That's where she was earlier.
Oh, so actually you were swinging at the bard. What's your AC?
Oh no.
Oh, 13.
Oh,
I missed.
okay, you missed still.
Wait,
You
you
really
were
Yeah,
saying you had
7,
13?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
you
wait.
did it. Uh-oh.
And
Wait, only
No.
because she had advantage
Oh,
against
because
the
of the
Yeah, she got one less
Oh,
for
true.
sure.
She had a 12 and then,
Oh,
so
wow.
yeah. She takes a swing at you and you go, whoa, what's going on
Easy
here?
there, Turbo.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Huh?
Because an 8 plus
8 plus
5
5
is 13.
But what's your first roll?
What was your
Her
first?
first
That
roll
was
was
7
7.
plus 5 is a 12.
So you
Yeah,
missed,
that's
right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Whoa, stop it.
Crisis averted.
Yeah. Sneak attack. All right.
Really?
All right, back to the top of the round to 20.
All right, so or 23. So
23,
move,
yes.
So I'm move the special weapon up to attack again.
Whack.
So is advantage right?
Mm-hmm.
That would be a crit.
Wow.
Nice.
Well, you get a crit anyway.
Double crit.
Oh yeah, so double crit.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, it's a normal crit.
That's
Yeah,
a
sorry.
triple.
yeah,
Roll and
so-
do damage. Double it.
so,
Triple your damage, okay?
That's reasonable.
10 points.
10 points. All
Yeah,
right.
5 and a 1.
Okay, and
Well, I
then
guess I could-
you have a normal action, don't you?
Yeah, vicious mockery. No, tell him, haha, you're paralyzed.
He fails, so he now has disadvantage on any use this next round, and you do a D. What?
1, 2 plus 4, so 6 extra points.
Okay, I did.
No, it was just 2 points. Sorry.
Oh,
plus 2.
okay. All right, that brings us to
My turn.
your turn. Yes. Smite him, oh mighty smiter.
Jethro, finish this guy off.
Do you need to avert your gaze? I would
Really?
guess so. Yeah, I think so, because you can still see his eyes.
What you could do though
Oh
is
yeah, without
you have advantage naturally, right?
Right.
But then you lose your advantage because you're looking at him. But then
You get
reckless
advantage back.
attack.
Gives advantage back, so you still have advantage. Because
Sure.
double advantage would be silly, like double crit.
Quadruple.
23 hit.
Oh yes.
So that would be 15.
Mm-hmm.
Does a 17 hit?
Not quite.
Mm.
So, Jethro walks up, pulls out his big, crab claw cracker thing, and goes, "Look, no, this is the way you do it." Snap, and he pulled this out. No, anyway, so yeah, you got to wedge your sharp, pointy bit underneath the. Anyway, so yeah, he's bleeding nasty bug juice out of him. So that was 20. Also in 20, he's going to try and make a save, and make it.
Ooh, nice.
Now
So,
he's
but it's at the end of
enraged.
his round, so he still doesn't get to go this round. That brings us to 17. That would be you. Go ahead.
All right, I have some movement. We're gonna do the ray of frost.
Yeah, that's
You
all
don't
right.
have to.
What'd you get?
Did it?
Did you miss?
It's just a natural one.
I mean,
yeah,
That's alright. I'm gonna spend sorcery points to quicken spell so I can cast another spell.
which one are you? Are you twin spell? No.
Cast head.
I
falls
can
off.
quicken spell so I can make, so I can
Right.
get another.
Make a spell bonus action.
Yeah.
And since that was a cantrip, can I cast an actual spell?
Yeah, an actual spell. Yeah.
Let's do Tasha's Mind Whip.
Ooh.
He needs to do a intelligence saving throw. Ooh, 14.
All right. No, did not. What is that?
Okay. 3d6 psychic damage, but also he can't take a reaction until the end of his next turn. And he has to choose whether he's going to move, get an action, or a bonus action on his turn.
He'll just do an action, but yeah, do your damage. That's great. Cool. 3d6. Yeah.
He gets 18 cents.
5,
Right.
4, so 9 plus 3 is a number.
12. He's hurt. Okay. You notice he goes. As you hit him and make weird warbling noises. Yeah. As you fry his brain. That was in 17, 15. Come on, saving. No.
Probably not. That's a third 9 I've rolled during this confusion. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Roll a d8. Let's see what you're doing.
Apparently this was a group confusion.
yes.
I got a 6.
For 6, you get to no action, but uses all of its movement to. I'm just gonna say you stand over there and stab the wall. No, this is how it does it. Stab the wall again, because that's just a lot of fun. All right. Yeah. Alrighty. No.
Nice. It's better than a 9.
There you go.
Nine.
That
Yeah,
brings
that
us to
one.
Holt.
In that case, since he was Ray of Frosted, I'm gonna back up, and then I'm going to put a little fireball in my hand and throw it at him.
All right. Roll 2 hit.
Nope. I got a 11.
No, that won't hit, unfortunately. That brings us to Satra. Shoot him.
I'm gonna try and shoot him again.
Shoot him.
She's still confused.
Oh yeah, you gotta make your saving throw to see if you're confused. Thank you.
So
And somehow
10.
you haven't
I
gotten
didn't do it. You're still confused. Let's see what you do.
He has been looking at it.
You see on a 5 or a 6, you wander off in a random direction. Let's see, using all your movement. Oh, you head towards the Umber Hulk as fast as you can. So you are now standing by it.
Yes.
His eyes are so pretty. There you go. And that brings us to the top of the round to 23.
Okay, spiritual weapon.
Wang.
crit.
17.
No, that'll miss.
Yes.
Sorry.
All right, and then I have
Did you
vicious
roll
mockery, so 15 wisdom save.
Okay.
Sure, I can't do it again, but fair enough.
15. All right, that brings us to 20.
It's only like 2 days
Yep.
before I get down back.
Still averting my
2 or 3
eyes,
days.
reckless attack, so just straight roll. That's 1, so we're just gonna throw that one away.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is a 15, gonna miss.
Yeah. He's now actually beginning to dodge your attacks, is what it is, I guess. All right, in 20 also, he's going to turn and attack you. Your AC is a 18.
Yes, and he has advantage.
Yeah, oh, okay. Well, first one hit. Second one hit. Third one hit. Okay. 10 for your first damage.
I'm going to use Stone Endurance on that one.
Woo-hoo. Stone that endurance. And then 11 on the second attack. And then the last one, which I'll round down on, 13. So only take 6 on that. That brings us to 17. That will be Avriel.
Yes. Okay, so
Or Arlen, sorry.
Yeah, I was like, what?
I answered to it too.
Yeah.
Arlen.
Who am I?
Ray of Frost.
I held it so it was a 1v1 versus the first one, and then a 1v1 versus the second.
Exactly.
You know, party
Exactly.
versus one, you know.
That's right.
So, yeah, it's just evening the odds a little
Just,
bit.
yeah,
We
cross
could
Say-
have them both attacking at the
Say
same time.
1v1, is that one party versus one
16.
creature?
Yeah.
16?
No,
I'm helping
unfortunately.
Alma with that by
Give
now.
He's a
her
little harder to hit
18.
than that. 18.
All
Make
right,
your
good
saving
dice,
throw
good
again.
dice.
Oh,
All right, that's
okay.
is that a 12?
Well, plus whatever your charisma is.
I got a 15.
Oh, that'll do it. That's what you
All
needed.
right.
Woo! Wait, what am I doing over
My
here?
sword's not blowing things up anymore.
Maybe it needs to blow up the creature instead.
Let's switch swords now.
15, 20, 25.
Hmm.
I'm gonna look him dead in the eye and say, confuse this.
Okay,
bitch."
gotta make a save.
Well, first I'm gonna make a save. I'm gonna use inspiration. I got a nat
I think
one.
you already used your inspiration, didn't you?
No, I did
I
not.
was
Oh, you didn't?
I
Okay.
used
I
mine.
used my inspiration.
Ah, okay.
Alright, there we go. That's a dirty 20.
Oh, dirty 20, Lord.
Now I'm gonna attack him.
Get use this.
Yeah!
Cut his eyes off, man, so we can get rid of
Hey,
that.
that's a crit!
Ooh,
Nice.
cool. 20?
There we go.
Yeah, that rolled a natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's gonna be 20 piercing.
Oh my. Okay, don't tell me anymore.
Okay.
You run up, finally having thrown, and he goes.
I'm going straight to the eyeball.
And and right into his eyes. The lights go out. All of a sudden, your confusion disappears, and the creature. What am I doing here? Why am I so close to this thing? And it tumbles over backwards into the glowing mushrooms.
Ha ha!
Oh, good bugs.
He loses his feet.
Yep. What do you want to do? These two things have tumbled to the ground, dead, bleeding out all this weird bug ichor, kind of this black juice. Yeah.
I kick it and say, morph to your cuisine.
No.
Nice, sure.
I'll go ahead and pick it up.
Brains are okay, bugs are right out. That's right.
Human brains, perfectly fine.
That's right.
Black ichor? No, thank you. Who wants to eat black ichor? Raise your hand.
Gravy.
All right.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
brown ichor, yeah.
How
Just
much
raise your
room?
hand.
I'm gonna taste it.
Maybe a con save.
I'm looking for poison removal.
Yeah,
Poison
maybe a con
removal.
save.
Natural 20.
Okay, you're fine. It tasted terrible. It was awful.
Yeah,
Absolutely yucky.
Acidic, maybe, or what does it taste like?
Like,
Vomit.
yeah, vomit. I'm
Confusing
gonna go
like
vomit.
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
it tasted
Like
vomit.
I might get a little.
That's true.
That's true. I thought about that. So, what are you going to do? Of course, the Mind Flayer righty is over against the wall. His body is he's dead. Seems like he's not moving anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to check him
Well,
for stuff.
Check him for traps, guys.
I guess I'm gonna go to wherever this hole is that they busted through in the wall.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Well, let's see this hole. Are there other things coming this way?
No, and actually, you see that the hole is large enough you can actually go through it.
Adventure awaits! And maybe one of
Roll
my...
his body.
Yeah, let's also roll this Mind Flayer's body. See what good
Well,
he
I
got.
was gonna ritual debt match
Debt match?
on the Mind Flayer just
Okay.
in case.
Or I could do it. I could just cast it.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
You look over at the Mind Flayer. He has what looks like a
I always
kind
forget
of
he
a
has
brass belt around his robe that he's wearing. He's got what looks like a silver ring on one finger, but nothing else that's magical. However, you notice that lodged in between a couple of the chitinous plates on the umberhold, there's what looks like a dagger.
So I'd go and look at the dagger.
The dagger is ornate gold handle with what looks like an onyx or something set into the pommel. Blade is buried up to the blade's buried up to the hilt in this umberhold.
Pull it
Pull
out.
it out. Ooh, okay. You pull it out immediately. There's a chill covers your hand. And and the blade when you pull it out looks like it's kind of this. You're thinking it's maybe obsidian or something. It's really, really, really creepy looking blade. Kind of curved, rough hewn, but the hilt itself is beautiful silver and of course everything like that. So it just looks like the blade. You get the feeling the blade is much older than the handle. You wanna know what it does?
Yes.
It is called the Dagger of Souls.
Oh, shit.
Good.
Now, this has got a little bit of stuff that goes along with it, so I'll go ahead and tell it to you. Any creature that is killed by the dagger, its soul is trapped in it. And you can communicate with the creature. The last creature killed.
Interesting. Actually.
Yeah.
For each soul trapped in it, you can release it and gain... Well, if you release the soul, you gain 1d10 hit points healing.
Wow.
But the soul is gone. Okay. For each soul trapped in the blade, you do an extra d4 damage.
Wow.
But it has no bonuses to hit
I'm scared now.
until
I
you
feel
reach
like-
5th level, and then it gets +1 to hit.
That could be great.
But it can only hold 2 souls.
Only hold 2 souls.
Yeah, so it can only hold
Or
2 souls at a
healing.
time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, if there's no cap, I'm gonna start killing sheep.
Yeah, right now. No. Yeah, it's only 2 souls right now.
Does sheep have shells?
Who wants this? Because I'm not stabby.
He said, I'm not getting up close.
I mean, if you're not gonna use it,
Yeah, you can
I mean,
offhand
if
that
you
sucker.
want it, yeah.
it's kind of gross, but I'll use it.
It's offhand that sucker. Yeah. Right
As
here.
soon as you grab it.
Or you main hand it.
My oath is broken.
Yeah.
It's like an evil weapon.
Well.
Well, time to play Oathbreaker.
Well, it's not evil. I mean,
Just,
I mean, it's
evil.
though it does trap creatures' souls, but you can release them. You're just
Okay.
borrowing them for a while. Is that evil?
That's good. It could be interrogation tactics for your oath.
Well, then here's the other thing. When you ask them questions, there is no compulsion for them to tell you the truth. There
Can the
are no
souls
souls
talk to
in
each
the
other?
blade right now.
Oh.
No.
Do I need to attune to it first?
You do. It does require attunement.
And the shield required attunement as well?
Right. So that's
I need to write down my
2.
attunement.
Yes.
Didn't you say there was a ring and a belt that you were looking at too on the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were,
It's a silver ring, maybe worth 20 gold, and the belt's probably worth 5. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, let me know when you make a level 9, because this thing charges up and gets more. It's like all of your weapons. This was one that I had forgotten about the dagger. I had it on a piece of paper tucked in the back of the book.
Anything look poisonous around here that I can harvest for poison?
You do see several little mushrooms around here. You could use nature to figure, or survival to see if they're, well,
Hey, hold! Are any of these poisonous in nature?
Umber Hulk Acre? I'm sure that's not.
it's pretty nasty, yeah.
She
I'm
did
not sure
have
if it's
to roll
poisonous, it might
odds,
make
yeah.
someone sick if nothing else, yeah.
Yeah, it didn't taste great, but I'm fine.
Just move on with this.
Well, what am I rolling for this?
Maybe the amount was the issue. Could you try again with a little?
Absolutely.
one?
Yeah, just more. Yeah.
Survival or nature?
Let's do
Do it
survival.
as a chaser.
Why not?
And because it's Underdark, I'm going to give you disadvantage.
Fair enough, fair enough. It's a disadvantage.
Yeah, it's not really something you're used to. I mean,
Can I
Wow.
help for a straight roll, but on strictly the fact of that doesn't look good. That was
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. No.
Alright.
Can I help him with my nature? I have a +5 int.
I will let you help him because also you're a cook. And so that kind of you would know whether something at least
know
was
if something's
edible.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go back with the first roll then.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, that was a 9 plus my survival is 7.
Mm.
So 16.
You don't see anything that's poisonous. These look like normal mushrooms. They probably wouldn't taste very good. They might make you a little sick if you ate them, but they don't look like anything exciting. Yeah.
Are you guys low on poison?
No. Well,
I need more poison.
I have 1 ounce.
Oh, that's the one I gave you if you needed it.
Oh, well,
I need poison ingredients.
mhm.
He's trying to make his own special poisons.
Yeah, because I can make poisons.
Out of snot and whatnot.
Yeah.
Alright, let's follow Jethro into the hole.
Alrighty, well, with that in mind, heading down through this, I guess, tunnel that the Umber Hulks have dug. This one is very rough hewn. It heads down into the earth very, very steeply. You're having to go kind of slow so you don't tumble down and wind up scraping yourselves up. The tunnel goes steeply down, probably about a 45-degree angle for seems like miles, and then levels out. And starts going straight, almost like an arrow, through the rock. You walk for several more hours, and up ahead of you, you can see what looks like maybe a little bit of light, maybe almost like starlight or something like that. You're not sure. Kind of dim light up ahead of you, and also you can see that there's a little flickering going on with it as well. As you get closer, you notice that the light gets a little more orange.
Can we hear you?
Actually, you do. You hear what sounds like maybe cicadas or bugs, and you also hear the vague sound of mooing.
Interesting. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. As somebody who's been a shepherd and just been around the farms and stuff,
Hand me the little things.
I feel like I hear cows.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Well, okay. Actually, as someone who is a shepherd, you know it is not cows. The lowing is too deep, and it's odd. So you're not really sure what they are, but you're pretty sure they're not cows. Heading towards the opening?
I love
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
lesson.
Okay. The opening emerges in, and I'm going to pull up the next scene.
Another creature she could possibly cook, right?
What you're seeing is there is a huge cavern. The little glowing things you see there are actually mushrooms. Some of these mushrooms are like 20, 30 feet tall. Huge, huge cavern. These little red things that you're seeing all over here are very small mushrooms. And right here, you see on either side of the entrance you've just come through are some torches. These are standing torches, one on either side.
Ooh, this is a cool room.
Yeah, very pretty. And the glow that you see, the flickering is from the torches here. There's also 2 torches over here, kind of near a pile of rocks. And near that pile of rocks, you hear the mooing, and it is a group of 3 or 4 cows. You're not really sure they're cows.
Are they mushrooms?
That's for useful cows in Minecraft.
Give me a nature check. See if you've ever heard of these or seen these.
Alright.
You might have.
Give me a little nature right here. 22.
Okay.
Ah.
You've heard of these creatures that live in the Underdark that are cows.
Turn to one now, right?
They're called Roth.
Ooh.
And they communicate by flickering lights. And sure enough, around the heads of these cows, you have these little flickering lights, and they're kind of blinking on and off, and they're looking at each other. There's about 4 of them there. You notice that these creatures are right near this little pile of rocks where there's a couple more torches.
Since it's something I recognize and know about, I'm gonna head in that general direction.
Follow him.
Me too.
Well, once you get a little closer to the actual torches, you hear a scream, and from inside this, I guess, stand of rocks. The rocks are actually about 20 or 30 feet tall. You think the reason somebody probably put those lights there is maybe they have a little camp in there, and that maybe these are their cows. But you hear a scream, a very shrill, almost human scream.
Almost human?
Huh? Well, I mean, it's...
I was about to run over there, and then you said almost human.
Almost human. And out from the rocks comes...
It's a T-Rex!
It's a T-Rex!
Yo, tame it!
And it comes out of the rocks and goes... comes charging towards you, and we need initiative.
Ah.
Was that the almost human scream?
Yeah, no, that was actually...
Get
It's
that
got
ribbon
blood on
already.
its teeth.
Yeah, exactly.
Get somebody
But
to
it gets to
know.
him. Yeah.
It's got blood on its teeth, is what it is.
It's initiative, right?
Yes.
I got 3 more than last time.
Hey, you're improving. Good job.
I was looking on here, it goes, the Tyrannosaurus Rex makes 2 attacks. Not with his arms. That's not, no. That's
2 claw attacks.
not. No, he does
He
not
keeps
do that.
missing.
He has to
Oh.
run all the way over you, and then
That's right. Ceiling roll for the
1d4 damage.
T-Rex's initiative. Oh, the T-Rex has not a very good initiative, too. You guys might be all right. All right. So,
Fight.
above 20.
Slap.
This would be good.
Anybody above 20?
Anybody above 20?
I got 20.
Okay. 20? Go ahead.
Alright. I'm gonna charge in, say, watch out, Holt! There's a big thing over there!
What you notice is that lying over, there's half a body lying over the side. Looks like it's been eaten. And the other body lying near it has been stepped on.
Does a 10 hit him?
No, actually. It's a little harder to hit
We're
than
talking about the
that.
body.
Yeah.
I didn't
Should've
see
used your
body.
name.
I'm checking out the...
I haven't attuned to it yet.
Yeah, right. That's true. All right, that was 20s.
Oh, wait, hang on. I'll go ahead and Hunter's Mark him.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna shield of faith myself. Just kidding.
That was in 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Oh, you guys rolled like me. 10.
10.
Go ahead, 10s.
You can pin if you want.
You have at it.
Now, realize that the thing is a little bit behind the rocks, so if you're going to get to where you can actually... He's going to have partial cover if you don't get closer to him.
I would like to cast
Mm-hmm.
Conjure Animals.
Mm-hmm.
I'll conjure 4 beasts of challenge rating half or lower instead of 8.
Okay. I know this isn't how Conjure Animal works, but I'm going to say the cows show up.
Oh, the raw?
Yeah.
Hey, that's fair.
Okay. I'm trying to see what their challenge rating is. So the Roths show up. As you send out the call, they come charging towards you, awaiting your command.
Is it the D, Roth?
Yes.
Okay, so I can see what they're doing.
Yeah, they have a charge attack. If the cow moves at least 20 feet, it hits with a gore attack in the same turn. The target takes an extra 2d6 damage. Normally, their gore attack is a d6 plus 4.
All right, so I summon 4 of those
Mhm.
guys.
They come running up to you.
Right over in here somewhere. Let's see. They appear there. When you roll initiative for these guys?
Yes, please.
Yeah, they do. So 14, so they're higher initiative.
Now you roll high.
So they go next turn. All right. Because that was 10 and 10.
10.
Right.
So I will bonus action spiritual weapon
Boom.
and place it right next to him and attack.
All right.
25.
That'll hit, for sure.
And that is 7 points of damage. And then I look at him and I go, tiny arms.
Mm-hmm.
And vicious mockery, wisdom 15.
T-Rex, wisdom. T-Rexes have a 12 wisdom. Okay. He made it.
And so
I mean, his intelligence is really low, but wisdom, I guess they're wise. The charisma's bad, too.
I mean,
Sure. They got tiny arms. It's not really
tiny arms.
I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so that brings us to 9s, 8s, 7s, 6s. Go ahead, 6.
I'm just gonna get a 3 again.
Ooh,
Yeah.
a 4.
Oh, I got 14. I should complain about
What are you
it
doing?
now?
Shooting?
Yeah.
14 will
Shoot
hit.
him.
Do your damage.
That'd be 19. Yeah, but a 14 plus 5 is a 19.
Oh, that'll
so.
hit. Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, nice. 13.
37,000 damage.
13. That's it. 13.
And Arlen.
How far away am I? Okay.
3 miles. 25, about 25, 30 feet.
Magic missile.
All right. I love magic. Missile. Such a great spell.
3.
Was that the
Four.
somatic part of the spell?
It was.
It was.
Semantic part.
Yeah.
Yep.
So 8.
How much
11?
damage? 11.
Alright.
So that was in 6s, 5s.
That's 5.
5. Go ahead. You charge in there beside the paladin. All right. Make your rolls. You gonna rage again? How many rages do you get? 2 or 3?
I get 4.
With 4. Wow. You're so angry.
Now you want to
So I'll reckless
Nope.
attack.
The
Okay.
highest I can get to
Reckless?
is a 2. Challenge rated creature.
Nah.
Reckless
Non-regular.
attack.
Not
That's
really.
crit.
Oh, nice. What'd you get?
Sure.
Damage wise.
You would move
7 times
actually.
2, 14,
You can turn T-Rex
19,
eventually.
21 damage.
Second attack.
Pretty sure.
I crit that one too.
Oh, nice. Sweet. You crit on 19s and or 20.
Just later.
Just 20. Wow. 2 20s in a row. Rock and roll, dude.
Nice.
Oh, it helps with my advantage.
Hmm.
So,
True.
3 times 2, 6, 11, 13 total for that one.
That was in 5s?
Yep.
4s.
And
Threes.
Moon druids are only
2s.
CR.
T-Rex goes in 2. All right. What's your AC?
18.
He got a 28.
Alright.
So this is gonna sting a bit, but you know you can take. Or you're not raging, are you?
I did rage.
Oh, you did rage. Okay, 10, 20, 27, 34 points of damage, and then he's going to swat you with his tail. Actually, he's gonna swat Elrail with his tail, or try to. What's
Come
your,
at me.
What's your AC? Okay.
22.
All right, 26.
Dang. He hit me.
Yeah, he gets a plus 10 to hit, so
Well, that'll
he's a
do
bit
it.
of a monster, literally. 11, 18 points of damage. Whap!
That's a lot of damage. Okay, I'm gonna roll for concentration.
True. Oh, you need to make a either strength athletics or acrobatics dex. Your
Normal
choice,
druids should be normal druids. They have a max.
because he might be
Max
grappling you.
I have
That's the size it
advantage
gets.
on these. I don't need it because I got a 20, so 27.
You're fine. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
He
Moon
tried to
druid
bite you
was just,
and pick you up in his teeth, and you were like, "No."
Pretty sure that one was actually still only 3.
Yeah. Well, that brings us to the top of the round, which is 20. 20? Who had a 20? Who was first?
I got 20.
Yes,
All
you're
right,
up.
I'm attack. Oh God. Okay, that's a miss.
Okay.
I rolled a 2.
Oh, yeah, that's a miss. Yeah. Next was
2 attacks.
Oh, I do have 2 attacks. I didn't even do that last time. I forget that I got 2
Yeah.
attacks now.
yeah.
All right,
You're
here
a
it
paladin,
goes.
right?
A dirty 21.
I love it. He's not that hard to hit, honestly. He's just got lots. He's very beefy. The Umber Hulks were much harder to hit for sure.
Oh God. Okay. So yes, 5 plus 2, so 7 piercing, and I'm gonna smite him. 6 and 2, so 8 radiant.
You swing at him with your rapier the first time, and he
Druids just
skitters harmlessly off of his tough hide. But the second time you stab him with it, and of course there's a glow, bam, as you hit him with the radiant damage, and he lets out a roar. With his little tiny fear check.
Everybody run away.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
The rights. The rights.
Who comes
Rats.
next?
Rats.
Oh, you're yeah, you're
14. 14 is next in initiative with the rats.
Yes, you are.
Alright.
The cows.
All right, so the 4 cows are gonna
Charge.
charge in. Now this one's not able to go 20 feet. And this
Well,
one-
they started back where you were, so
Okay.
we'll go ahead and say that they get a running start at least this first round.
Okay,
Yeah. I don't have a problem with that.
they'll all charge in here,
Come.
and they will attempt to gore
Yes.
this T-Rex.
The Roths get
So
plus 6 to hit, actually.
the first one misses. I rolled a natural 1.
Yeah.
The second one is a 15.
That'll hit.
15. All right.
So it'll be 3d6 plus 4.
3d6.
Wow, nice.
Oh, your D6 is rough.
10 plus 4.
14.
So 14 for the first one, or for the second one, and then the third one's gonna swing, and that's a natural 20.
Ooh.
Nice.
The animals always get crits. 12 plus 4, or 12 doubled, so 24
24.
plus 4,
So
28.
28, yeah. Alright.
And then the last one is going to gore it as well,
Mm-hmm.
and it also gets a 15.
That hits.
9, so 13 damage from that one.
That's a big round.
Hey.
That was in 14?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. 13, 12, 11, 10. 10, go
And
ahead. 10s. Yeah, 2 10s.
Alright, so now I'm also going to hit this guy with my little flaming ball. And throw it up at him, so I throw it over my guys' heads.
Alrighty.
Because I'm sure he's way taller
Yeah.
than
Oh,
them.
he is, yes.
Big boy.
He is huge.
And that is a 26.
That'll
To
hit.
hit.
Whoa, show.
Nice.
3 plus 6, 9 fire damage.
Next 10.
Spiritual weapon attacks. 26.
That'll hit. Oh, show.
And 10 points.
That kills it. Alright,
Ooh,
spiritual
nice.
weapon goes up to its head, and you hear a sickening crunch, and the creature lets out one more warbling roar and falls to the ground. Crushing. No, I'm kidding. He's actually big enough you don't want him to fall on you. The cows quickly dodge out of the way and then head back out to eat mushrooms. So yeah, it crashes to the ground. This thing is huge. You're like, wow, dinosaurs underneath the earth.
Dinosaur steak.
Oh, yeah, it is lizard.
Yeah, I was about to say, okay, guys, I'm gonna need some help.
Butchering this thing? Yeah, you're gonna be fine. Now,
Absolutely.
actually, looking around for the first time, you notice that this is a small camp in this little area of rocks. There's a couple more torches that are burning. The torches, of course, are made out of mushroom wood, this kind of tough, woody mushroom stalk. It's not normal wood, because you know wood. You also notice lying over to the side, there looks like a couple bedrolls, maybe some packs. The packs are made from what looks like silk, maybe spider silk or something like that. The creatures that are dead over to the side look human, except that their skin is white and has veins of black in it, almost like marble. So it's very strange looking, but they're dressed in actually pretty nice clothes for shepherds or whatever.
And they both did, right?
They're both, well, one's bitten in half.
Yeah.
White,
The other one looks like it had been stepped on and killed.
white skin with black veins, like marble or marble?
You can check it.
Because I don't know. I'm Genasi. I'm just wondering if these are Earth Genasi, maybe,
You wanna
or would
touch
they
them?
be? Oh, touch them, sure. Am I doing like a?
If you like, I know that like the tongue is really sensitive. You just lick across. You might tell if it's marble, or
You
I
did eat
taste
Icar.
them.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
taste them. Actually, their skin is soft like yours. It's just the
Okay.
coloring that's different. They're just
Okay.
white skin, black kind of shot through. I mean, you would think that these people were like marble statues, except their skin is not hard or, well, of course it's cold because they're dead, but it is soft, just like yours. Yeah. And their hair is black, and their eyes are normal eyes like yours, you know, kind of brownish, bluish, or whatever. But they're dressed very nicely.
Do you
Okay.
have anything else? Packs or anything like that?
There is a pack. Yeah, when you look in the pack, you see what you think is maybe some dried meat, and what you also think are some mushrooms that probably are edible because they're in the pack. The other thing you find is that there is a javelin lying underneath one of the packs, and they're also carrying a little bit of gold and a little bit of gold, and they're wearing short swords.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
The javelin comes across as magical. It is known as a +2 javelin of the wolf.
Oh.
One time per day, you can have it do an extra D8 damage. Yeah, +2 javelin.
Sure.
So are these
Here's javelin.
You are a
These
thrower. Yeah.
seem like they were the shepherds of these.
You get that
things?
feeling. Yeah, they were probably out here watching these creatures. As you're kind of looking around, you also notice that one of the shepherds has a gold ring with a red stone in it on.
Does it look like the gold ring before the Elias found?
No, this just looks like a different one, but it's very, very well made. I mean, the gold is really ornately carved. The stone is cut. You can tell because you're an artificer that it's really somebody. You know, it would be something like that you would get if you were in like a nice city. It's not something that was cut by a primitive tribe.
These
These
people are dressed really nice for shepherds.
they
No
are,
offense,
well,
Holmes.
yeah, and their clothing is made very well too.
Yeah.
Again, they don't.
Offense taken.
I don't think I looked at the ring.
No, you can look at it. I
No,
mean,
I'm not.
okay.
I'm marking the T-Rex.
The T-Rex
for
steaks,
and
yeah.
food.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad that we have
Somebody-
our priorities in order while I
Somebody-
make makeshift graves from
Yeah.
spines.
Right.
I'm gonna start
Right,
wrapping
right.
them up.
While they're all doing that, I want to go talk to the deep growth.
You're welcome. I don't know them.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone stumbled across my dead body,
Yeah,
I
you
would
would.
hope they do me a
Yeah,
solid.
right,
That's-
yeah.
Very
There you.
Yes, we'll make sure.
Yeah, but okay, so you
Use
start
a little
burying the
prestidigitation,
bodies, but
clean them up a little.
these creatures are dressed in a manner that makes you definitely think that they come from a pretty well-established place, wherever they're coming from, and it looks like it might be, at least the same technology level as yours.
So they look human or
Yeah, they look very
like
human.
Like
I mean,
the ears.
No, they look normal ears. Again, the only difference between you and them, as far as you can tell, is their skin. Yeah.
Is there any reminiscence here to the, does this look like it's on the evolutionary slide towards those creatures that we fought?
No, not at all.
Okay.
In fact, these guys, like I said, they have very nice short swords. They very, obviously, made in a forge or something like that.
So it doesn't look like this is anything associated.
No.
Yeah, would I be able to remember any songs or anything about people with this type of?
Give me a tell. Well, what would it be that you would normally legend or history? History. Let's go with history.
13.
I didn't even hear it.
13. You've heard lots of stories about creatures and races that have been driven beneath into the darkness. You've got dwarves, you've
I
got
was
the
afraid
drow,
his pants were down or something, so I didn't want to run around.
Deep gnomes. And,
gnomes. Vaguely, you remember hearing there might have been a race of humans that
Jethro.
fled that way too.
Jethro.
So, I mean, but nothing concrete.
I think they got any ID, like a passport or something, maybe, just like a.
What's wrong?
I was going to take a bite, a dental bite.
Do you know these teeth?
Yeah.
yeah, to make sure they don't have. It's like vampires.
Well,
or something.
technically,
No, they are not vampires. They have normal teeth. Yeah.
I could probably check their stomachs. We could cut them open. and look at
Yeah.
their stomachs.
I think we already buried them, didn't we?
Yeah. Me and Jethro have been buried once.
Yeah.
Go back to the dinosaur.
Now, that being said, did you take the ring
Yeah.
and the gold? Okay, all
I
right.
was trying to answer
Yeah.
the question.
Yeah.
While he's still in all
Look,
that.
she's trying to do CSI,
Repurposing.
Stonegate over here, you
Right,
know?
right.
But really, I'm just,
Me and my
I'm just trying to
Growth.
find my stinks.
are gonna come over here and hang out with the other two Roth.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're kind of walking around eating. There's kind of a low growing moss on the stone, and they kind of seem to be kind of nibbling on that. And then every once in a while they'll walk over and eat one of those little red mushrooms, and so they're just kind of grazing out here.
Yeah, so how many steaks?
To
How much
butcher
meat can I get
a
off this?
lot, probably almost more than Jethro could carry. I'm not sure you're gonna be able to
Jethro's I'm
convince
not carrying the meat.
more steaks. Yeah.
2 tons worth of steaks, they're gonna be right.
Does somebody have a bag of holding or anything like that?
I used 20 points from laying on hands on myself, by the way.
Okay, cool.
I'm hoping that we're at least taking a short rest after this, because
I mean,
Sure.
if these shepherds are out here, they probably have a camp nearby.
Well, that's the
Might
camp that you're in
Oh,
right now.
okay.
Yeah, there's bedrolls, a little bit of food, not a whole lot, but so
Make use of it.
well, and there's not a whole lot of food. It's probably for only a couple days. So you
Trail
figure
ration.
wherever they live, they're not far from it.
Is this a dead
Okay.
end?
No. As you continue looking further,
Ooh, oh my god.
Oh yeah, we're way over here.
yeah.
There's still plenty to go.
Over here, you can see that there is a huge, looks like lake or maybe river,
Oh.
and then there's mist coming off of it too. That's what this white stuff is. So yeah, yeah.
I do want to collect one of each mushroom and put it in my bag.
Yeah, sure. There's one of the mushrooms that's about 8 foot tall and 5 foot diameter. Now the little ones you can get, but there's some bigger mushrooms too.
I'll just get small ones.
Okay, yeah. One of them actually, you cut it open and there's water in the center, which is kind of funny. And you can drink the water. It seems like you could. But the outer shell is kind of hard, and then there's water in the center. And then one of them is really, really tough and almost wood-like.
I would like to attempt to befriend and maybe corral these 2 Roth into my herd of Roth that I got over
Yeah,
here.
you're 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've been summoned, but they've been conjured. So as soon as they, are done, they just kind of wander back out to eat. You could probably, there's rope in the thing. You could probably hurt them, and they seem pretty docile.
Hey, you got a mount now.
So yeah, you got these 4 Roth that are just kind of standing there. You loop them together on a rope and can take them wherever you need to.
Sounds good.
And the gnome is over there making cuts into skinning the T-Rex and pulling his skin off.
I'm not skinning him. I'm specifically going for the meat. I'll just skin enough to get to the meat.
Okay, so she disappears into the T-Rex, cutting out huge T-Rex steaks.
Is it unrealistic for me to have to cut out 12 steaks.
Oh, easily.
2
Easily.
roasts, 4 a piece of meat for 40 slices of jerky, and then 40 meatballs.
Okay, you're not going to have
my
meatballs.
God.
You're just going to have meat. You'll have to grind it and then have to
Well,
turn it
I
into
know.
meatballs. Yeah. So the meat for that, yes, that's easily possible. You can probably do that on one haunch.
We're gonna have a feast.
You're going to have to do something with it soon because it's going to go bad, so you have to cook it.
Yeah, I'm cooking it tonight.
Yeah, okay. Ray of frost on it, so freeze dry it
Yeah.
too. All right, so
Flash freeze it.
are you guys going to
Can't
chill here
It's okay.
for the rest of the day? I mean, it's a pretty secluded area, reasonably safe, though you do know T-Rexes are around, so there's that.
Well, obviously we can
And
kill
set
them.
watches.
Obviously.
So you doing a short rest or we staying the night? What's
I mean, you've been walking most of the day, and it has been pretty hard traveling through this
I mean,
time.
to be fair, yeah, we went several hours
I
through
need time
tunnels,
for
found
my
something.
cook,
Went
so.
several more hours.
And there's actually already a little campfire area, but it's not lit, so you could definitely light a campfire.
I've lit. I lit.
She lit it
I
too.
lit.
She's already
Lighting
lit.
fires.
She's
Okay.
already-
I was
ready to
as
cook
soon as
right
the
here,
battle
yeah.
was over.
Well, the smell of steak begins to fill your nostrils as she starts seasoning these steak and cooking them, and then wrapping them in.
Well, I'm making marinades for some of it, and anyway, I'll give you instructions. I start all the fires for you.
She's.
Stove
wait,
up,
we're
and
You just
minutes.
become sous chefs.
Sous
yes,
aren't we
chef.
We're just on the line right
Yeah,
now.
that's right. Yes, chef.
And
Well,
before
you want
we,
to
We're
do
barbecuing.
something?
before we bed down,
Slow and yeah.
I'm gonna spend 10 minutes to conjure a
I even
mastiff.
have 4 gallons
Okay.
of beer, so you can.
Is that your mount?
enjoy your barbecue.
Well, not a mount, but he's part of Fine Steed. He's one of the creatures I can
Oh,
summon. So I'm
okay.
just gonna do a mastiff since they
Cool.
have decent.
Oh, and then I can ride it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And
it's
you
a-
can ride one of my
It's a
roasts.
medium creature. So.
Yeah.
You can ride
You're gonna butcher the roast too. I mean,
Hey, whoa, 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 whoa.
those are my friends.
We can butcher the roast. What?
They're cows.
There's
No, I
far
was
more
gonna do
food
the
here
T-Rex.
than
Oh, I
you
can
could
do the
possibly
cows.
eat, so.
Absolutely
I
not.
forgot about the cows.
I don't
You
think
know,
Holtz
Actually-
will let you.
Holt says no, then I won't.
Pulse, isn't it?
They are also considered similar to him, one size larger for the purposes of carrying capacities. So, we could use them,
But for beast of
me.
burden.
yeah,
No?
to help us
Oh,
carry
well, if
some
they're
of the
still
work
alive, I don't
animals.
want to kill them.
Yeah, they're alive.
Yeah, they're very much alive.
T-Rex is
Yeah.
dead.
All right.
They're hanging
So
out with me.
you begin cooking the steaks. The rest of you are eat some of the first few that come off. They're actually really pretty good. You're afraid that lizard meat was going to be a little gamey, but it's actually really tasty.
Okay.
So you eat your fill. Most of you are full of nice red. Is it white meat? I'm not sure what lizard is. Anyway, we're going to call it white meat.
That's
And
not
the
bad.
other white meat.
I
And
would
so-
think a T-Rex is red meat.
I guess T-Rex is the other white meat. You eat your fill, have some of the probably the leftover grains and breads that are in the pack
I
there.
have beer.
You know,
So-
that's right.
While we're eating,
Mm-hmm.
I know.
prestidigitation, it says you can instantaneously clean or soil an object no larger than 1 cubic foot.
Okay.
And just right before Avrael's about to take a bite of something, I'm going to just prestidigitation, just like a brain-like texture onto the.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, what's wrong
I
with
thought there was no brain.
that?
What is this?
Well, I wasn't talking about you.
Huh?
I'm like completely innocent. I
Sick 'em.
have no idea what's going on.
I'll send my mastiff on you.
No, I didn't cook any brains for you. The brains
What
are
is
for
this?
someone special.
What? You do this?
And I just prestidigitation it away. It's like, I don't see anything wrong with it.
With the steak.
Insight check.
No.
She doesn't see anything wrong with it.
Mm.
Oh God. Okay, that's a 7.
She seems legit. They both seem very
I
nice.
have a
Crazy.
+6 persuasion, so.
Well, I throw that one away and grab a new one.
Yeah, new steak. Well, you got plenty. Your mastiff actually eats the other one.
You threw away like.
No,
It's for the dog.
he fed the dog.
He's helping us.
Yeah.
And my mastiff doesn't deserve the best.
Okay.
It isn't.
So you spend the rest of the evening cooking, resting up. Sandra pulls out some beer, and everybody has a pretty big bit of a party. Yeah, it's just kind of fun. You eventually.
I'm the worst bard.
Yeah, so you should be singing.
Life's like, I'm
let him
right
go.
here, but go
All right,
on.
go ahead. Go ahead. You do you, man.
I really thought
That's
it was
amazing.
All off
No.
tune and stuff. I keep stealing your vicious mockery jokes and now this.
Yeah.
T-Rex on. She got turkey on.
Everybody gets inspiration, by the way, back. If you spent your inspiration, you don't have it back. You have a good long rest. Wake early in the morning, not that you can tell. The light seems to be coming from the phosphorescent fungus that's kind of growing on the ceiling, and also the glowing mushrooms around you. So, you know, you really can't tell what time it is, but you sleep a good 8 hours, wake up, and what's next?
Have we investigate the mist? Is the mist still there?
Oh yeah. It's just kind of fog, that's all.
Can we put some pretty funguses on top of their graves?
Sure.
We need to actually, like, what is the plan? What are we doing down
this-
here?
We're exploring deeper to find.
Trying to find the source of the evil that's pushing topside. And Olma.
I just want to make sure we're still on the right track, or that everyone feels that we are.
And you want to check out the mist, I take it, yes?
Yeah, seems
All
kind
right, head towards the mist and realize that as you're walking through the mist, it's kind of cool, and you come upon a huge lake. In the middle of the lake, you can see flickering lights from fires. You can see that built on what looks like wooden pylons is this huge city. You see on the opposite side of the lake what looks like a big bridge leading out to the opposite shore. But unfortunately, the shore you're on doesn't go all the way around there because the walls butt up against it. So you're going to have to find a way to actually either swim out there or build a boat or something. Now, there are lots of tall mushrooms near you, like I said, so you're going to have to either build something like that or signal the, city somehow.
I mean, I can swim, so I'm good.
Oh, that's true, you can.
I also can swim if I turn into an animal.
Right.
There's
What
no
is the
boat here?
distance?
No, does not seem to be a boat here. Yeah.
How far
We
out?
could try to make a rough canoe.
You could. How far out? Probably maybe a quarter of a mile. I mean, this lake is really big. So about 1,000 feet or so, somewhere there.
So none of us know how to swim?
Well, it's a long way to swim. You're not sure
And
what's
it's
in the
dark.
water. It's in
Yeah.
the dark.
That's the big
That's
thing.
the big
We don't know
thing.
what's in the
That's
water.
Well,
Yeah, let's make a canoe, I reckon. Or
Yeah.
canoe.
How
gotta-
big is the
gotta
T-Rex
woodwork
head?
over
Maybe
here.
we can.
Make a
Too
canoe out of
heavy.
T-Rex
Use the
head.
hide.
We could use its bones as paddles.
Oh, yeah.
all right.
Well, there is some.
Toes.
Well, isn't the wood here kind of softer?
No, some of the
mushrooms.
mushrooms are very much are like wood.
Yeah,
that was the
he
thing. The
just
zerk
busted
wood.
one
Yeah.
open earlier.
Has
that's-
anyone here ever made a boat out of a tree before?
He's
All right,
carpenter.
Jethro.
Carpenter, he can probably do it
Oh,
pretty
that's
well.
right.
Yeah.
I don't
Start
know
cutting
if he
down.
has, but
Well, he does have an axe too, so
Yeah.
okay. You start cutting down trees, or not trees, mushrooms. After getting 2 or 3 rather large ones and able to kind of cut them in half, you realize you're going to be able to do this pretty easily. So, cut down several of the mushrooms, start roping them together with all the 550 feet of rope that everybody carries in their pack,
Except me, no.
except for you. Yeah, yours is start getting you back up if you need to. And you get them lashed together. Are you going to take the cows or no?
I mean, if they'll be able to fit, I would like to.
Yeah, this is probably going to be big enough. It's probably going to be about 30 foot by 30 foot raft.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a big rat.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
take the cows.
Well, the mushroom's about 30 feet tall, so
Mhm.
you put the cows on there. You can step out there. Your mastiff gets on there, and you begin floating out towards the thing. I expect you probably have one of the mushrooms that you're using to pull your way out there. Okay. You get about halfway out there, and you notice these ripples heading towards you in the water.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. Sure do.
That doesn't happen. Come on.
And-
Screaming eels.
I look into the ruby.
And all of a sudden, this long serpentine neck lashes up out of the water with lots of teeth and lunges towards you. It seems like
I
it's
got
going
it.
to attack.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, no, that's not going to listen to you. So, can you speak with animals?
I can.
Yes.
And yeah, they can understand me, but that doesn't mean he's going to listen to me.
No,
'cause
he's not. He's very hungry. Roll initiative, please.
All right.
Yeah.
He probably heard me go, hey!
Hey.
And then he,
listen.
same thing deer do
Yeah.
right before the tiger eats them.
Right. All right. All right. Anybody above 20?
I got 21.
All right, 21. Go ahead.
Alright. Has it made it to us?
Yes, it has. It's got long
Oh, yeah, that's
serpentine
right.
neck, sharp pointy teeth.
Can
Yeah.
I reach it?
You might have to wait until it leans in to attack you, but you can definitely
How
hit
big
it.
is it?
Big. I mean, like big head, maybe probably.
I'm gonna drop my shield.
It's only large. I'm sorry. So it's big. Yeah.
I'm gonna drop my shield on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna bonus action
Trip over
Misty
it,
Step onto his head and
All right, go for it. You're now on his head. I do want a dex check to make sure, dex acrobatics to make sure you can actually stay on his head.
See, ooh, probably not. Gonna fall in the water, I think.
You do got that one inspiration.
I do got. I'm gonna land inspiration in it.
Mm-hmm.
Acrobatics,
Mhm.
17.
No, you got it. You're fine. Yeah.
Let me erase my inspiration. Because I gotta look cool when I kill shit.
Mhm. All right.
Let's do it.
You're finally looking cool this session.
Roll to hit.
Finally.
Roll to hit.
Number Hulk and stuff. It's better than falling off that roof.
Alright, so here's the first attack. Oh god. Yeah, plus 10, so 10 to hit.
No, not
Okay.
quite. It's not
Sure.
quite that easy to hit.
Second attack. Oh god.
Remember when you used your inspiration a minute ago?
17 to hit.
Yeah, 17 will
was
hit for
worth
sure.
Alright, so it's gonna be a D4.
Mhm.
I got my dagger.
Oh, I just realized this was actually worse.
Well, I'm still rolling hot on damage.
Mhm.
So 6 piercing.
Okay. All right, is that it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can build up the damage.
All right, so that was in 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. 16, go ahead.
Ooh.
This thing's got a long
Higher than
snaky
my
neck
5.
right up next to the raft. It might destroy your handiwork. That's not okay.
Pull the boat.
Because you said my hand.
Oh.
You got 11.
Okay, he did not hit.
No, initiative.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So, it's close enough to just attack it like normal?
Yeah, it's right up next to the raft.
Okay. Then I'm
Hey, they
on
got
rage,
one
and then I'll swing at it.
I've
And I'll reckless attack.
Mhm. Do it to it.
27
They don't have arms to reach. They probably if they try to
Easy
hit
peasy,
us,
lemon
they'll fall off
squeezy.
and get
for
you.
9.
Okay.
Use them as a
Ooh. I'm thinking 11 won't do it.
No, not at all.
For them,
15, 14.
15.
Go ahead.
Alright.
You shoot it?
Yep, might as well. Oh well.
Yeah, they'll be
what'd
alright.
you
They're
roll?
nice.
We were
A
headed
5.
Okay. Oh, did you roll a
This is like
natural
the
1?
guardian of their city or something.
No.
Uh-oh.
Well, guns jam on a natural 1. You can't
Okay,
use
so
them
I
again.
rolled a 10.
Okay. All right, that was let's see, that was 15, 14, 13, 14. Go ahead, 14.
Spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Plus.
23.
That'll hit. Oh, yeah.
5 points of damage.
Yeah, it's still 5.
Yep. And
That's what I did.
And then I was like, get a really long neck that looks weird. And mock wisdom saving throw of 15.
What's wisdom? This is sick. Oh, +1. Wow. Nat 20. It's not impressive.
Nope.
I can't understand what you're saying.
No, that looks great.
I think it's quite stately.
8. But
A third of its body, actually. So that was in 14?
Yep.
13. 14.
I'm also 14.
Okay, yes.
Chaos bolt.
Mm.
Chaos bolt. So 15.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That'll
Oh,
hit.
really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
3. 7 is 10.
Mhm.
4. Cold damage, which I get to add
Nice.
3 to. So
13.
13 total.
Nice.
I
All right.
remember what my initial.
You launch your icy bolt at it. It hits it. You actually notice that some of the water around it begins to freeze as well, and the creature lets out a bellow of rage. Oh, actually, it probably goes. Okay, something like that. Yeah. That was 14, 13, 12, 11.
11 is my dog.
All right. Woof.
Sick 'em, boy. You little bitey poo on him? Probably not.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna be 7 to hit. So
that'll miss. All right, and that was 11. 10. All right, 10. The creature is going to attack a cow.
No!
It hit. It grabs the cow, doing. Let's see, 6, 10 points of damage. Latching onto it, it grabs it in its teeth and then begins to submerge.
but I'm on his head.
Does it-
Right.
I-
You're still there.
And
Does
the dog's
it
doggy paddling next to
technically
it.
leave our
Yeah, you get.
combat range
Yes.
since that cow is literally right next to me?
Yep, you still get an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Oh wait, it
Yeah.
has to be a melee attack.
Right.
Yeah, unless you have
Okay.
a work
Well, I'll just do the
Which I
draconic
have.
claws.
Hey.
10.
That'll miss. Sorry.
Yeah.
So it's beginning to submerge, and it continues to submerge. Now you have an option. You can stay on its head if you want, or you can just float to the surface and climb back on the raft. Your call.
I'm gonna stab it and float to the surface.
Okay. I'll give you one more stab before it gets away, because it's disengaging.
Yeah, there we go. That's gonna be 22.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Roll your damage.
Does the Roth count as an ally?
It is within 5 feet. Yes, your sneak attack right
No.
here.
Okay. Dang.
No.
My
No.
boys ain't allies?
No.
Dang, I thought he was one of us.
Wait, he's actually in pieces now, so he's not really. He's a dead ally, but I think that's gonna, you know. Yeah.
I just do that 5 feet.
Golly. Alright, so it's gonna be 5 damage, and I'm gonna smite him just cuz. Or that's 6 piercing damage, sorry.
Okay.
And 8 radiant. And then I'll.
All right. You do not kill him, but you definitely hurt him. Blood's pouring out from the pokes in his head, and he continues to dive down deeper, and then you surface and crawl up onto the raft, I assume. Yes.
Now that he's all bloody, maybe another one will eat him.
Yeah,
He'll get his
bigger
just
fish will get him.
Right.
Yeah.
You continue your travels out towards the city. All right. As you head towards the city, you notice that you're heading towards what looks like a low dock, and there is a boat on this dock. It's kind of reminds you of Viking longship, sails and things like that. You notice there's an odd contraption in the back of the boat and another strange one in the front. Jody, I'm going to need you to make a check. Give me an intelligence check, please. You can use your proficiency bonus.
Ooh, got a nat 20.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
You recognize that the back of the boat has some kind of steam engine and paddle wheel. It's not a big boat, but it's a small steam engine, which is kind of impressive that it's tiny. On the front of the boat, there looks like a cannon. But it's not the kind of cannon like you've ever seen. It doesn't seem like it has a hole in the front. It's just like a big metal gun-looking thing with maybe what looks like sights on top of it or something like that. And it's glowing a dim blue. As you roll up towards the dock, you see what looks like a crowd of like 4 or 5 people standing down there. They're all wearing cloaks of various colors because it is a little chilly down here, and they're dressed relatively nicely. One of the guys in the front is wearing what looks like a chainmail shirt. He's carrying a shield, and he has a trident. The trident, as you come rolling up, begins crackling with energy. And he takes a step towards you, pulls his shield up, and he says, "Halt!" in common.
Yeah.
So me?
Hello.
Just take our piece of wood and kind of stop us.
Yeah. He says, "Was that your gunshot we heard ring out across the lake?"
Yeah, it was. We had a little monster problem out in the water.
Plesiosaurs. There's lots of them out here.
Yeah,
Got to be careful crossing. That's why we have all our boats travel armed. What brings you to the city of Sununu? You've never heard of that.
We're looking for
Glorificus.
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 She who rises.
Doesn't ring a bell. It's just a woman, a man.
Some kind of a being is going around murdering people topside.
We've had quite a bit of traffic along the edge of the lake recently. The dark elves and dwarves and some of the gnomes as well, heading out through various tunnels. Seems like they're fleeing something, but we haven't run into anything ourselves. Perhaps we should let you come in so you can explain to us more about this Glorificus. And the guy, immediately the trident stops sparkling, and you actually notice that the glow kind of fades from his armor a little bit. You hadn't realized it was glowing, it was very subtle, but you kind of like, what's going on here? And he says, "You can tie up to the dock," and then he kind of steps away so you can hop and tie up your raft. And then he notices the cows for the first time and says, "Wait, is that Andreas and Amoras's cows?"
Yeah.
It could be. There was two fellas that looked like they got eaten by a T-Rex, and we just brought them with us so they wouldn't be just grazing off by themselves.
So when you say, well, they got eaten by a T-Rex, you hear kind of a muffled, choked sob from the back. And this woman, really, really pretty dark hair, she comes up and she says, "So, you're sure they're dead?"
Yeah.
Yes. They one of them was bit.
Tell them
Yeah, they're dead.
Tell us we don't.
We buried them.
We did bury them. We gave them a burial at the head.
We will have to
Yeah,
bring them
almost.
back to give them proper rites of burial. But thank you so much for taking care of them. And so she turns around and whispers something to a couple of the other people that are with them, and they take off. Looks like they're going to do something to go, maybe do something about recovering the bodies or something like that. And then she kind of walks towards the other end of the dock, towards the town, and you kind of hear muffled sobs. You can tell she's pretty upset about this.
First names were Andrea
And so the guy in front of you says, "Well, I see you're not bearing good news."
Wish it weren't so.
He says, "Captain Bartlow, welcome aboard to the city of Sununu."
Captain Bartlow?
And he says, "So what brings you down here besides seeking Glorificus?"
This is our quest. We have our captain here is
Oh,
pretty
you're
much-
Captain Alvaro.
Yeah, it's pretty much led us. We are out here. We see the dark elves and ogres and goblins come from down here up into our world, and we have been tasked to come down and figure out why this is happening.
So they've been actually attacking your settlements on the top side.
We're actually looking for a girl who was taken from our village.
The girl. We haven't had any girls come through either.
Are these people like the shepherds we found?
Yes,
The same-
white skin, black veins, look almost like they're made of marble. Yeah, but when of course he puts his hand out and to help you aboard, nice warm hands, just like any other human. Just their skin's very, very different. He helps you, onto the dock and helps you tie up your boat, and the rest of the crowd kind of dissipates. And he says, "So, can we expect that you'll be staying here for a few days with us?"
We probably maybe rest up a little bit and then
And again.
We need to make as much time as possible, but we will take advantage of your hospitality at the moment.
if you don't mind.
Right.
We need direction. Actually, we are not really familiar with our surroundings down here. Is there any way?
Well, there's several exits.
cartographers or-
There's several exits from side of the lake, but again, I haven't heard of any Glorificus. Most of the creatures are fleeing from the northeast side of the lake, so that would be my guess is where you would want to go.
Might be a good place to check in.
Yeah.
Is it kind of slowed down, or was there a big rush at the beginning?
And now that you mention it, yeah, that's exactly right. We haven't seen very many coming through for a while, and thought whatever had happened was maybe over or something. The drow or the dark elves are always fighting each other, or this house or that house, and we tend to try and leave them to their own devices. They've realized that we can hold them off pretty well. Same thing with the dark dwarves. They like slaves as much as the next person, but if it costs them too much to come and try and take us as slaves, they tend to back off, and we've made ourselves far too valuable for them to come after us.
You have a nice, formidable little island here.
Well, yes, and we also are tinkers and makers of weapons of sorts. Yeah. Your artificer sense goes off, and you realize that this seems to be an enclave of artificers. I mean, that's what they do. And as he says that, you can kind of smell the acrid smells of what's probably alchemy going off, on this one dock that's kind of further south of here.
Poisons.
And he says, well, I'll take you to the nearest inn, and we'll get you set up somewhere to stay for the night. Follow me.
Excuse me. Can I get a tour of your artificer? I too am an artificer.
Well, sure, we could show you around a bit, I guess, but let's get you to your inn for right now. He takes you up several of these ramps. You notice that the center of the town is built higher and the docks are built lower. As you go closer to the center of the town, there's walls that are built. The walls, however, are not made of wood. They're made of stone, some of them reinforced by metal. And you also notice that the pillars that are underneath the town are made of stone reinforced with metal. So you couldn't just go underneath there and cut off their pillars. They're not going to come loose. They're serious stuff. Once you get to the center of the town, you notice the entire center is built on a slab of some kind of stone. So these guys have a pretty defensible position. And there's a huge building off to your left with lights and glowing, and you can hear lots of clanking of metal, and every once in a while a zap or a whoosh or something like that, where it seems like somebody's working over there. And then across from it there is a tall building that again is made of stone with a slate roof, and it's glowing warmly, and outside of it there's a picture of a tankard, and underneath it says the Golden Tankard. Yep.
Nice.
He walks with you towards there, in through the front door. The common room is immaculately clean. Beautiful wooden tables, most of them carved ornately. I mean, if you're in a town of artificers, everything's going to be probably pretty high quality like that. The chairs, none of them are these rickety chairs like you're used to in a lot of inns or taverns. They're really nicely made, ornately carved. Some of them are actually padded, and there's a huge mahogany bar with all kinds of bottles behind it and things like that. And you see a young woman. She's dressed very nicely, long red dress, white blouse, and she says, "Ah, Captain, I see you found a few more strays. Will they be staying for the night?"
More strays.
Well, we've gotten a few people through here fleeing from whatever is going on deeper in the Underdark. Said something about this woman rising from the dead or something, and I don't know. It's just a bunch of tavern, chatter. Captain kind of says, "This is the first I've heard of it." And she says, "Oh, yeah, we get all kinds of stories in here about some golden-haired woman rising from the depths."
That's
and
actually who we're looking for.
Ah, well, I can tell you what I know. I mean, most of the people who have told me these stories have moved on. They are trying to flee from what she's doing. Well, here, let's get you settled at a table, and I'll bring a few drinks over, and we'll get you settled in. So the captain kind of nods to you and heads out. She comes over with several mugs of what looks like this nice golden ale, plunks them in front of you, and then she says, "That'll be a silver piece."
Okay.
So,
Okay.
don't worry about it. And so then she goes over to the bar and comes back with a bottle of something, little glass, pours herself a drink, and she sits down and says, "It's a quiet night, so I can probably tell you what I know. We've had about 2 or 3 passers-by in the last couple weeks. One of them was a drow fella. Said he was heading up to the surface to escape from some woman, golden-haired woman, who had destroyed most of the drow homeland. And he was one of the few to escape. We also had this guy who looked pretty rough. He might have been one of their slaves who had escaped and was coming through. We fed him, clothed him, got him cleaned up, and gave him some arms and weapons and food so he could head on his way out. Said he was heading home. And then we also had a dwarf. Oh no, it was a gnome. One of you, the wee folk that you are, that lives deep beneath the ground, the deep gnomes, heading out too. It's a young woman, in fact. She was heading out to try and escape the subjugation of, she said, she who rises. I guess that's what she called her. Yeah. Not too many people. They said they were on their way out, heading into the upper world. Surprising to see a drow or a deep gnome heading to the upper world. Must have been pretty terrible.
Is there a pattern of a general direction from which these people were coming?
Northeast. Most of the tunnels to the northeast, and of course they were heading to the southwest, heading as fast as they could and as far away from whoever this woman was. There was a gentleman who used to come in all the time talking about that he was heading out. He was a treasure hunter of sorts, always bringing back trinkets and bits and bobs that he could find in the Underdark that we would repurpose here. Sometimes magical, sometimes not. Said he had found a big load of some cache of weapons or arms, and said he was going to hit it big. Next time I saw him, he didn't look too well. Said something about finding some giant yellow topaz and seeing this golden woman, and he fled back here as fast as his feet would carry him. Yeah, you might want to go see him, talk to him about what he found. Sounds very similar to this Glorificus that you're talking about.
Where might we be able to find this treasure hunter?
Let's see. He lives over on the northeast side in some of the little houses over there. His name is Tolliver. I think that's his last name. Edwin Tolliver. Yeah. Tends to be a bit of a loner, operating by himself. But you might talk to him, see if he knows anything about it.
You said he's a human drow?
He's one of us.
Oh, okay.
In Ascari.
In a sky.
Yeah, we were chased from the surface of the world our ancestors were, years and years ago. Maybe 1,000 years ago, I guess it was. I don't know, it was long before my time. We fled through a dimensional portal from a great apocalypse on the surface world. And we've only recently reopened the portal and started trading with the Underdark denizens here. We're kind of an outpost where we bring things through the portal and we trade with them, and we're attempting to reestablish connections here. figuring that whatever this apocalypse was, it's over and done with and finished.
This portal that goes to the surface world or deeper into the Underdark?
Well, the portal's in our town here.
But where does it connect to?
Oh, another dimension where we fled to.
Oh,
Yes. That was the only way we figured we could be sure to be away from the apocalypse, was to go completely to another dimension. Yeah, another plane of existence.
you've re-established connection to your previous kind of existence?
Well, we have a portal that'll take us there. We just, like I said, we just recently, in the last maybe 10 years, built this town and decided we would again begin trading with this dimension. Yeah, it's, it's gone pretty well so far. We had, of course, to establish with the slave traders down here that we were not to be taken, but they seem to have gotten the message pretty well. We only have to blow up a few of their boats with our lightning guns before they figure it out.
I'm sorry, lightning guns?
Well, we're a town of artificers. We have lots of interesting things we've made with our abilities, armor, weapons, interesting things like that.
My friend here, she fell asleep, but she
Passed out in her cups, yeah.
think she would be very interested to
Oh.
that.
Is she an artificer herself, or does she do alchemy, or she looks like a cook?
A little column A, a little column B.
We do have an alchemy guild too. She might want to check that out. Maybe they could share some of their information and things like that. And we can always use someone who can cook. All of these engineers and stuff like that, not so good at making good food. You wouldn't think about staying around maybe and maybe helping out around here in the inn, and we could teach you some more about alchemy and art fishing.
Sure, but here, have some cookies.
Cookies? Well, I haven't had a cookie in a while. Wait, these are made with real flour.
Yes, these are wild.
Oh
cookies.
my! And she takes it and she says, all our flour down here is made from these stupid mushroom spores, and they taste kind of like sand. Our cookies aren't bad, but they're certainly, oh dear Lord, they're not good like this. And she says, this is heaven. Here. And she reaches over, gets up and walks over behind the bar, gets another glass, pours you a little bit of whatever this liquor is that she's got. She says, I'll trade you some of this for one of your cookies for sure.
Okay.
Did we catch her name or haven't we asked?
You have not asked.
How rude.
Yeah.
How rude. of you guys.
Mind if we ask what your name is?
Oh, sure. My name is Elena.
Elaine.
My mom owns the inn here, the Golden Tankard. I just help out a lot.
I just sort of lean over to Sasha and be like, Elena here was just mentioning how they are starting to open up trade. And so, this could be a very good...
You guys might lose Sartre. She won't stay here
Right.
forever.
No, well, I was just thinking she could,
I'm hiring people to come down here. and
After
they
like
think,
a while, we
there's
just
a
come back
portal.
by and she's like 10 levels higher. And we're like,
Right.
alright,
Yeah.
come with us now.
Yeah.
On the
you
next
just create a different character to
Yeah,
travel.
yeah, there you
So
go.
we go.
Come back level 16 artificial.
part. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Hope
So,
y'all got a better appreciation for brains now. We're gonna.
well, I guess she probably sees. What have you got packed over there and that ice and stuff like that? Is that bleeding?
Oh, well, the T-Rex, after he died, I checked to see his meat, and I made steaks
Oh yeah,
and roast
T-Rex
and,
steak is a delicacy
and
down here.
meatballs from, yeah.
You wouldn't be wanting to part with some of that, would you? We could always use a restocking of the larder down here.
Well, yes, I would be.
How
really
much have you
hard
got?
on
Here,
it.
show me. And so she stands up and starts looking through. I guess you probably got wrapped in, I don't know, a canvas.
And just different cloths and stuff that I have.
Yeah.
I have 7 round steaks.
You probably ate something that's not there because, you just probably carved them off of the T-Rex and ate
Yeah,
them.
that's true. So
Yeah,
you
that
can
was a
probably
lot.
have all that
Yeah.
Okay.
stuff.
So I have 12
Still probably
round
2/3 of the
steaks,
T-Rex left.
2 large roasts,
Mm-hmm.
another large piece of meat that I can slice into thin slices to make jerky.
You probably gonna keep that.
Okay, I'll keep that. Meatballs, 40 of them. There you go. That's what I have.
Well, here, I'll take all of it from you, and I'll give you 25 gold. Wait a minute, I have a better idea. You said the T-Rex was over there. How much of it was left?
Most of it.
I accept
So
deception.
can you get the T-Rex and bring it over? I can do some.
Oh, we've got
right
lots of
away.
people who could do that. Look, I'll tell you what.
Okay.
You tell me where the T-Rex is. I'll take care of your room and board for the time you're here, and I'll tack on another 150 gold to boot.
Yeah, we're staying in the city for the rest of the
I mean, that's a
Thank
lot
you.
of meat.
I don't think I'm ever leaving.
All right. So
And you can
yeah, I think that sounds. Are you guys good with that?
Yeah.
And she
Yeah.
shakes hands with you, and she says, "Look, let me go behind the counter. I'll get you your money. Now, here, and she comes back, with a little pouch, and she says, here's a map, and she puts this map down, and you kind of see that it's the entire area around here. You also see that it has a map of a few of the other caverns. It's a very nice map. She says, show me where the T-Rex would be then.
Take a picture.
You're going to need an intelligence check to see if you can locate the T-Rex. Hang on. Make it with advantage because it's a really good map.
Can I use inspiration?
Sure.
Please roll better. Oh, thank goodness. I rolled a 6 and a 5, but now I got an 18.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah. You look at it, you kind of look at the map and say, yeah, I think it's right here. And she says, great. I'll get some people over there post haste, and they can load it up on one of our boats, and we'll get it over here into the freezer.
There actually might be some people already going that way.
What?
Oh, well, because, some fellers that died over there.
Oh,
There's a
so
recovery effect.
you came. Oh, yeah, you came from the area where the Roth herd was. Yeah, okay, sure. I'll check with Captain Bartlow and see if I can send some people along to haul in the T-Rex too. Well, like I said, deal's a deal. Your room and board and food are taken care of for as long as you're here. You are gonna have to pay for your drinks, though. But look, here's, and she reaches into the pouch and she counts out. Interestingly enough, you notice that she's not paying you in gold.
Oh.
She's paying you in platinum,
Right.
which is very rare to find platinum
It's a
coins.
wealthy city.
Are you sure this is what you want to give me?
Absolutely.
She's
Here,
positive.
tink,
She's
tink, tink.
positive.
She hands you 12 coins. It's 120 gold.
Oh,
That's
okay.
easy to carry around. You're not going to clink
Okay.
very well. Yeah. She says, "Would you rather it in gold then?"
No. This is great. I'm more of a cook than a number.
Now, when you
cruncher.
look at the coins, these coins are not like any other coins you've ever seen. I mean, they're minted with the face of some monarch, and the language that's around the edges you do not recognize. It's weird, kind of runic-looking thing. So yeah, you don't recognize where they're from. They're probably from their homeland.
While I'm here, I could teach somebody or some people in your town how to carve the meat off the T-Rex.
Oh, no. It's just we have a shortage of people who are willing to cook as opposed to make lightning guns or, engines for the boats. Everybody wants to be an engineer or a chemist. Nobody wants to cook
Okay.
or clean.
But cooking is chemistry.
Yeah, tell them that.
But too many alchemists in the kitchen.
Maybe I can change their minds with good food.
She says, well, look, enjoy your drinks. If you'd be interested in checking out Edwin, then I hope you can find him. Here's where he's located. She kind of gives you directions to the town to get there.
Elena, one other thing.
Yes.
That's a very fine map. Is there someone in town that
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
to purchase something like this?
Sure, we have a cartographer who, if you commission him, he can probably have one to you. Well, probably in a couple days. It'd be a commission.
Something to look into. Thank you. Where just
The cartographer is on the square. He's in the northwest corner, over kind of by the Artificers Guild. Now, you'll have to get in there quickly because he also does the blueprints. So he has a lot of work doing blueprints, but he does
What
good
if-
maps.
What if we buy that one from you and you get one from the cartographer?
Oh, no, that's not a bad deal. Look, tell you what. You give me one of them platinum coins back, I'll give you my map.
It's up to you.
And she says, cool, I'll even throw it into a nice leather case. So she steps around there, and you realize that actually the map was rolled up in this leather case underneath the bar. And so because you don't want to put a map out on the bar where you spill things, it'd be terrible.
this map that she provided us, it's not just of this area, right?
No,
There's
it's
a
got-
couple of other.
Well, it's got a lot of other areas that are nearby. It's
Okay.
probably this area and maybe 4 or 5 miles in a radius around it.
Okay.
Looks like it's got a lot of the caves and passageways and stuff like that. It'd definitely make it easier to find where you're trying to go.
Cool.
Alrighty. So yeah, and she comes over with a nice round leather case, rolls up the map, puts it in there, pops the top on, and hands it to you, and says, "Pleasure doing business with you. Well, look, let me get your rooms ready, and I'll have you on up in just a minute." And so she heads upstairs and disappears up there for a few minutes. So yeah, what are you guys gonna do?
I'm gonna go visit the alchemy shop.
Okay.
I'm making plans for a new trade route.
The alchemy shop, remember, was kind of southeast where you came. Anybody else going to the alchemy shop?
Ooh, wait, actually, yeah, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Where are you going?
All right.
I'll go with the alchemy shop.
Okay.
Get my dog with me and my snake with me.
Everybody want to go to the
Some
alchemy shop? I
ideas.
mean, they might have potions.
They
Yeah.
got going on.
All right, so everyone is heading out to the alchemy shop.
Mm-hmm.
You head. It takes only about 5-10 minutes to head to this really, really tall building that's made of stone. Again, oddly, most of the buildings that are stone are in the middle. This is the only stone building that's out towards the water, and it's kind of at the end of one of the piers. Which, if you're doing alchemy and things blow up, you probably want to have a stone building. You probably want it away from everywhere else.
And
So it
near
kind of
a
makes
pool
sense.
water source.
Well, and you also need to be near the water source, so it's going to be lower down and things like that. But again, the pillars that it's built on are stone, reinforced with metal and things like that. So pretty solid looking building. You head up to it. There's lights going on there. You see flickering flames in different places. And as you're walking down the pier towards it, you see a guy in a robe, again the same kind of pale skin, walking towards you. And he stops and says, "Huh, strangers in town. Where are you from?"
Up top.
Oh, topside.
From
Oh,
Stonegate.
wow. So what brings you down here to Stonegate?
If you, we're trying to hunt down this she who rises.
Not familiar with that one.
Also,
Well-
find a little girl named Olma.
Can't say I've heard of an Olma either.
That's where we have a problem. We're trying to figure out what's going on. There's usually, if you've noticed all the traffic,
I have noticed that.
they're
Yeah.
coming up to our place and then attacking us. So we're trying to figure out what's.
You said this is a robed figure?
Rogue figure. Yeah, he looks like he probably works in the Alchemist Guild, something like that.
Well, Alliance Blaze, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Tobias.
Tobias.
Yeah. He shakes your hand. He says, "Well, look, Master Sarnock is in there working at the moment. You can probably tell him that Tobias sent you. I'm his apprentice, and maybe he'll show you around."
Great.
What was his name?
Sounds good.
Tobias was the guy you just met, and Master Sarnock is the one who's working in there. You head towards the stone, I won't say it's a tower, it's only about 3 stories tall, and it's kind of squat and square. But you head up to the door. When you get to it, you can kind of pull it open. Inside, you're just kind of assaulted by a bunch of different smells. Some are kind of acidic, some are sweet, some are kind of sour, some are not so good. And you notice that around the room, there's about 4 or 5 people working at different tables. There's things bubbling, there's smoke coming out, there's flames going, different colored flames going, and you notice over at this one table there's a tall, thin man with a shock of white hair working on something, and he's got these little things that are kind of going up like that. It looks like electricity. He looks like he's working on something. When you open the door, one of the other people around the room, a young woman, turns and looks at you and says, "You really shouldn't be in here. Experiments going on. Wait there until I get finished." And so then she turns back to what she's doing. And I think that's where we're going to end. Hey, thanks for tuning in for the Saga of Stonegate. If you enjoyed our intro music, it's by a group called Overburden, and the song is Round 2, which seemed kind of appropriate since it's our second podcast involving RPGs. If you enjoyed our podcast and would like to support us, head on over to Patreon and look for Mike the GM. We have several different tiers of support, and one of them actually gives you access to our battle maps, and the highest level tier gives you the battle maps and my Game Master notes. So check us out.